Up, guys? Welcome to a very special episode of Mod Monday. In fact, I'm super stoked about this because I don't. Well, let me let you introduce yourself first.
I was really hoping you'd introduce me.
Well, no, but I can never do it as well as like in the. Well, actually, sometimes I know I can. There's some people who are like, hi. And you're like, okay, that's it. No. Anyway, but you can, because I know what you do. So tell the world.
Tell the world what I do.
Tell the world what do you do.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeremy. I work for Cyberpower PC. I'm the social media manager and I also handle sponsorships. And today we're going to be building a PC that's being given away.
Okay, so just so you guys know, you guys are used to the kind of the way that this show has typically worked is we'll come on, usually we have somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience. But Jeremy, how many PCs have you built in your lifetime, you think?
In my lifetime?
Yeah.
Whoa.
See, that's an indicator right there. When somebody says, whoa, most of the time people are like, zero. No, Jeremy, how many PCs have you built?
I'll be conservative. I'll say that's 4 years of being with Cyberpower. Like, I don't know, maybe like 20 to 40 systems a year. So like, I don't know, like in the hundreds?
Yeah,
maybe?
So obviously Jeremy has experience. So this show is going to be more of like, you got two
put me on the spot.
season. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's entertainment. Are you not entertained? Intel? You have two seasoned PC builders. I mean, we're both just here. We've built a ton of PCs. I think between the two of us, I think right now I'm on system 460.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
so you got your 4 times. That's good.
Yeah,
it's a good amount.
But I build like 5 a week, so it's like
true.
it starts to stack up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, I mean, like we have like almost over 500 systems, so almost 600 systems. So.
Oh no! But now you got me. Now I'm nervous. Like, oh, now I'm putting out my numbers out there like I'm some sort of seasoned vet.
No, you are a vet. I are a vet. And the other two is like, I think we were chatting a little bit before, and I think this is the thing that's actually really cool is that you have so you got hired at Cyberpower.
Yes.
And then they put you through a pretty cool, rigorous training.
Yes.
Tell people a little bit about that because that's something I've never done before, and so I think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So since I was hired to be the guy who's basically going to be building systems like live on stream. I'm going to be doing stuff like this with you. So the first couple of months, they actually had me on the assembly line. I was taught how to, I knew how to build PCs before, but not on this kind of level, on a level of manufacturing at this rate, our company puts out God knows how many systems. But anyways, so I was on the assembly line for about a month and a half. And then they moved me over to repair to do some troubleshooting stuff. And then I went into R&D, and then we did some R&D stuff, like case design, talking to different manufacturers, telling them teaching me the ins and outs of why motherboards are laid out this way, blah, 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 stuff like that. And then I finally was able to work in the marketing department doing what I do now.
And come on, that would be pretty cool or pretty rad to actually get to go through something like that because, I think I'd like the opportunity, as much as I build PCs, like understanding motherboard layouts, there's a lot of things that go into it. It's funny, I just did an episode of my show last week where I upgraded the first custom PC build I ever did. It was actually in a level 20, a Thermaltake level 20 case.
Okay.
Every fan was an intake. Every fan. Like I learned so many things that I had done wrong. Because like now it's like when you talk about things like, and especially for guys like system integrators like you, where you have to worry about like negative pressure versus positive pressure, like all of the things that you guys have to set up to make sure your PCs go through way more abuse than a lot of the DIY folks do.
Exactly.
Because these, like a lot of times somebody's just like, I'm buying this PC, it's for my grandson. I live with 87 cats, it needs to work, you know what I mean? And all that sort of stuff. So I think it would be really cool to get to talk to case manufacturers and all, because I learned a little bit from talking to other people, like you guys worry about like efficiency, like how fast you pull things, all those other things,
in California, right?
Yeah, so which is actually pretty cool. Well, that's enough of that. Why don't we talk about the PC we're going to build today? And so what you're going to do is we're going to basically be trading off. Given that we both know how to build PCs, the one thing I will say is we are going to be putting Jeremy on the spot because he is going to be doing the cable management, guys. So you guys know what I am known for. So we're gonna take. I want to make this.
And don't hope for anything magical, okay? It's probably not going to be on your level. It'll be good, but it won't be like as amazing as what he does.
So we are going to do some cable management. We're going to have some fun because again we've both done this before and it should be a lot of fun. I will bring up the parts list right now. The best thing about this, guys, is that this is a PC you can win. Like this isn't for us. This is for you. But let's talk about what's in there. We got the Intel 11700K. We've got the name, but here we go. Like these are all.
Yes, we use all the typical, stuff that any consumer can get off the shelves themselves. So all the typical components that you're able to get, all name brand stuff. I mean, you guys will see right now, but yeah. So
and 750
no
watt,
proprietary.
750 watt PSU. A lot of people are like, you're not throwing in there. It's like, oh, I know it's got a 550 watt. No, it's like
750 watt. Yeah.
It's hard to run. It's hard to go and be in tech support if your PCs are going to fail all the time, and that's not a good. That's not a good look.
That's not a good look for the company. Yeah, that's a very interesting point that you bring that up, because it's like people make it seem like we want our systems to fail, but it's like, how does that reflect on us? Like, obviously, we want to give you guys the best performance, the best systems that you guys could possibly get, because we want us, to obviously sell PCs and make sure that you guys are having a good experience when you guys are gaming, and that just helps us spread the word that Cyberpower is a reputable company and so on.
Well, I think the other thing too is like worth going, and we'll get to the build here in a second, guys. But the other thing is worth noting, and I love the opportunity to get to talk to people, because I think a lot of people don't understand this, is like, having people who are trained in tech support for PCs is expensive. That is not it is a very specialized skill. So if this was something you guys had a ton of issues on your PC, that costs money, right? And then that money ends up reflecting in the overall cost. For you guys to keep the cost of PC down, it behooves you to use better parts that are going to last longer, so you have less people calling tech support, and then also the customers are having great experiences.
Exactly.
And I think that's why I think definitely companies like Cyberpower, and then also always looking into whomever you're buying PCs for or from, right? Like looking at those parts, because again, those are where you're going to get the best experience. And not everybody wants to build their own PC.
Exactly.
And so you guys sell a lot of systems, and that's proof right there. So this is a viable way to get into PC gaming, especially in our in the current world affairs as it is right now. And so I think it's cool for us to build something that essentially you could, if you wanted to, just pick up off the shelf. But this one is in the Lyric, tell me a little bit about the Lyric stuff, because that's the thing.
Can we just bring it up?
Yeah, bring it up.
Okay, cool.
We're in charge. We can do whatever we want, Jeremy.
I don't know, I don't want to, take a step, step over the bounds or anything like that. But so we have.
All of a sudden, you start getting pulled out. Okay, we need to go. I'm just kidding.
Security. But this is the Lyric Edition PC o11. I always say 011. It is o11. Lian Li dynamic case. But right here, I don't know if the camera can see. Oh, you guys can see it right here. You guys can see that it has Lyric's logo. It has the RGB panel, so something that most people are familiar with is the Razer that has the RGB logo in the front. And then it has in the center here where the Bauer badge is. It just says Lyric, and it also has a signature on it. But everything else is the standard Lian Li o11 dynamic case.
So, I mean, was DeBauer, did they call you afterwards? They were like, hey, listen, buddy. Like, why are you taking our name?
No. I mean, we went through Lian Li to create this.
Right.
So it's not like we just manufactured it on our own. I mean, that's problems right there.
You can just see Jeremy going up there,
putting my own badges on there,
he's putting his own badges on there.
doing my own laser etching at home, slamming it in there. Yeah.
So I mean, again, with this, you guys, again, we have a giveaway. We're going to start linking this stuff out so you guys can basically see the Gleam giveaway for this. This PC that we're building is being given away. It is something you can win. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the giveaway in this case and what the whole meaning behind it was?
Yeah, so the whole meaning is we sponsor Lyric. He's a pretty popular Twitch streamer, and he just wanted to do, instead of getting his own system from us, he decided to split up the parts and create 3 different systems. Now, there's 2 other giveaways that are going to be going on, but can't talk about that yet. But
dang it! Wow, you teased
yes,
it. That's not very nice.
Sorry. But then the anticipation. You know that something's coming,
right?
Okay,
fair.
So anyway, he wanted to do a Halloween-themed giveaway. I mean, it kind of matches his whole logo. It looks like something that you can carve into a pumpkin, and that's how we kind of designed all of our social media graphics and stuff like that around that too. But anyways, so it's a Halloween giveaway. Brought to you by Lyric and Cyberpower PC, and Lyric, instead of getting a system of his own, he wanted to share it with everybody else.
Okay, well that's super rad. So this exact system we're building today will be the one that you can win. So we're going to do a good job, right? And we're going to verify that Jeremy actually does a really good job on the on the
knows how to build PCs.
Knows how to build PCs. The other thing too is that at the end, Jeremy, because he said that you could carve this into a pumpkin, Jeremy will be carving that Lyric logo into a pumpkin at the end of the stream as well. I just came up with that right on the fly, guys.
Well, we gotta go get a pumpkin.
Yeah. Oh, they'll go.
Okay.
He's like,
okay, no.
But yeah, we're gonna start getting. Okay, so let's. We're gonna change it up a little bit. You're in charge. How are we gonna start?
Motherboard. That's how I
Motherboard.
always start at.
Okay.
Motherboard, CPU, RAM, and then the cooler.
That's this part right here?
Yes, that is that thing.
Okay,
What
here
is
we
that
go.
again?
This is the motherboard.
yeah.
It's a Z590 Pro
Pro
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Look
Wonderful.
at that. It's made of lightning.
Yes, made of lightning.
Four lightnings.
That means it's fast.
It's very fast. Okay, okay, so let me ask you this question because I think this is what people really want to know. Is there a level of RGB that has to be minimum for every system you make?
Of course.
Yeah, because is it not true? You guys have tested, it makes it faster.
Course. Yeah, we test in R&D all the time. Every fan that you have of RGB increases your FPS by at least 2%. So, I mean, if you have 6 fans that are RGB, that's an increase of 12%, right? That's amazing. And then if you have, you know, like the whole light loops from like Corsair or something, I mean, that's an extra 10%.
So let me ask you this. Usually we like how much of this stuff do you need to keep for us to have us keep nice, right? So
what do you mean?
Like when they get this PC, do they get this box?
Oh no, it'll be put in a bag. But I mean, I like to kind of put stuff. I like to put stuff in here, so I typically take this out and then toss it to the side. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna put it over here.
this is very Robeytech. You're doing it the same way I do. Like this is your catch-all
yeah,
for
this
the
is
extra piece.
exactly. So all the extra screws in there will go in there. Any extra cables from the PSU, all that stuff.
So there is our CPU.
Should I kind of like talk about it as if
yeah,
like they
as
don't
you're
know?
putting- yeah, like
if they don't know.
they
Okay,
don't know.
because I don't want to be, you know. Okay, yes, I'll just talk.
Let's just ask this right now for chat because we get to spend a little bit more time with you guys.
Sure.
I'd love to see a raise of hands if you are in chat and you've never seen or never built a PC before. Like, is this your first time actually seeing something like this? You're coming in from our YouTube. You're over at Intel. You're like just trying to see how this whole thing. I'd love to see.
There's one.
Hey, you know who that is?
I don't.
That's Quick. He is the president of Blizzard.
Oh.
So he's hanging out.
Oh,
it's
nice.
good to see. So hey, he's here seeing PC gamers. We're here and going over there. But yeah,
Hello.
It's good to see Quick here. There you go. Never built a PC. This is my first time.
Okay, then
never built one.
We'll talk the motions then. So basically, I don't know how close up the cameras can get, but there is a little arrow at the bottom right-hand corner of the. There it is.
Oh, look
There's
at
a little
that.
golden arrow right there. And then on the motherboard, you have something similar, which is where you kind of want to put the arrow to the respective corner. And then, yeah, just kind of pop that in. Be very gentle.
And then just pop it in.
And then now what you're going to do is you're going to.
This is the magic part. Every time you get, this is why we built PCs. I don't know if you guys know this.
Here we
go
go.
ahead, do it.
Here we go.
But when you do this, that makes you more attractive to whomever you want. Like just that pop. Now, speaking of that, we do have other giveaways we are going to be doing on stream as well. And so the first code is Cyberpower. So we're going to bring that up right now. First going to Cyberpower. There it is. We're going to be giving away a i9 11900K with those really cool.
Do I get one?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I wish I could. But it comes with those really cool Gamer Days 2021 swag kits, which are actually super cool. We're giving away 2 i5 11600Ks, also coming with that swag kit. And then we've also got 660p 512 gigabyte NVMe SSDs that also come with. So we've got 8 of those. So we're going to be giving away a total of, looks like, 11 things? And then also...
Wait, that's all in the stream?
That's all in the stream. Yeah,
wow.
So during the stream, we'll be giving those away. You'll announce those at the end, like not on stream. You'll be notified via Intel. But there you can see it right there, that Intel Gamer Day swag kit. Awesome. That mouse mat, legit. I love, you know, I wish I do have the bottle. They owe me the bottle. But outside of that, like that whole thing is actually pretty rad. And so we're going to be giving those away. And so first code, and you can put that in right there, Cyberpower. Right there, get your code in, which we are here with.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go.
Me.
Oh, stop. No. Take it out.
Take it out? Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is very important to everybody. The loudness of the click. How good the click is for when we put in the RAM. Oh my gosh, you almost just started jumping.
I thought I like put it in wrong. I was like, oh god.
No, you're fine. Sorry. This is pomp and circumstance right here. Yeah, see, people are like, oh no, what is he doing? Like Coven's like, yeah, people are going, hey, it's Coven, it's good to see you. He was on the show earlier.
Nice.
For us, I'm gonna do one and you're gonna do one.
Oh, sure. Go. You go first.
So here we go. So this is the thing, like how loud the click is when we basically build the PC or put in the RAM. So we've never done this RAM before. It's very, very interesting setup here, but we're going to put it in both sides. Again, there's a slot in the PCB. You're going to line it up with the slot right here. So since we're doing like kind of like teach you new.
Yeah, of course.
And then we're just going to go like this, and then let's see how loud it is. Ooh, that was nice. That was nice.
I don't know if I'm going to get it as loud as a click, but I'll try my best. I'm a little nervous, you know.
Yeah, it's just all in all,
This is your show, you know. I don't want to like show
This
you
isn't
up
my
or
show,
anything,
like,
you know?
I'm okay with you showing me up. I am totally okay with you showing me
Okay,
up.
here
I
we
don't
go.
get that very often, which is great.
Here we
Here we
go.
go.
No, that
Ooh,
wasn't that was a little lackluster. I'll be honest.
I
But then
almost-
again, I already put it in there.
Yeah, you
so
did. So,
the crispness
yeah, the
of
crispness, it may not-
it's kind of like, you know, a bag of chips. You know, you can only
Yeah.
pop the bag once.
Yeah, I'm hearing lots of excuses, but that's.
Oh, that is hurtful. That is hurtful.
But all in all,
a little,
like,
bit of,
okay,
little bit of playful
but-
builder, you know.
Yeah,
little
we're having
banter,
some fun.
banter.
But yeah, like again, it's just one of those things. We actually, on my show, we actually have a meter
Actual-
that reads the decibels.
Interesting.
So the highest we've ever gotten was like 99.4 in terms of decibels for the click.
Jeez.
It was, yeah, there is some really good
Clasps?
sound clicking RAM. There's also some that are not so good.
Yeah.
These XPG, which I mean, partner of the show, we've done a bunch of stuff with them. That's good sound. We got a good sound on that. I'd say probably an 8, 8.5. Yours was like a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
but
Okay. You know, we could have just said a 5.
You
know, what's in
may
between.
you may have to take a lap.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'll be downstairs. I'll see you guys. Great show. Appreciate you.
Okay, let's grab the toolkit.
Yes,
This
please.
is a fan favorite.
Fix it.
I fix it. Yeah, I fix it. So what are we doing? I'm grabbing you M.2. Is that what you're doing next?
Sure. Actually, what I like to do is actually like to do the AIO.
AIO.
Yes,
it's right
sir.
over there. So this is the Deep Cool Castle. So this is out. So for those of you who are watching, so we have a lot of people here from my show who are watching today. This is different than how I typically do it. So we're actually going a little outside of the norm. I like this, so I get to learn.
Well, I mean, you know, how do you...
No. This is, let's do it. I'm excited.
Oh, no, for sure. But I'm just curious, you know, like everybody builds, I mean, there's only one way to build, but everybody builds in a different order,
Yeah.
right? So I'm curious to see how, you know, like how you build.
So what we'll do.
What would you do?
So typically what we do is we'll put the M.2 and we'll get the motherboard completely done and we'll add the bracket for the AIO. So, but then we'll put the whole AIO together.
I see.
And then we'll put it
the-
in and then put the bracket in later. Do we have the
right
bracket?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's
good.
right
Okay, good. That would have been.
Imagine.
That would have been. And
All right, we
this
gotta
is-
cancel the
This
show.
is the greatest show ever. Like meanwhile, like we're running over to Micro Center. Hey, can you? Like, luckily we're close to one, so that would have been good. But yeah, going from there. This is a pretty cool build, and the best thing about it, guys, is you can actually walk away with this build. So
Yes.
how often? So of all of the different, like, so you've built quite a few PCs.
Yes.
How many of them have been in the Lian Li o11 dynamic?
Oh, man. Oh, man. It's because, okay, to be honest, all right, it's kind of messed up, but I'm the one who actually puts the orders in for our giveaways, and I'm just, okay, I work for Cyberpower PC, so we use a variety of cases.
Right.
I love all the cases. I love all of you guys.
I like how
all you case manufacturers.
I like how you're doing the. There are no ugly children. You are all my favorite.
You are all beautiful.
You are all my favorite.
All beautiful inside, okay? But the Lian Li is something that we use very often because it is easy to build in, all right?
I like
and
how-
it's about
I like
time.
how
I
there
don't
was
have
a
a lot
but.
of time. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Well,
about
I
time,
mean, okay.
right?
So this can.
I
be,
don't know. I don't have a good excuse. I'm sorry.
This can be a very time-consuming case because I mean you're actually able to put 9 fans inside.
Yeah,
of this
that's
thing.
true. That's very true. Very
and then
true.
if you're doing a ton of cable management, but I was just curious. Like it's a very, very popular case. In fact, we have a few cases that are starting to creep up in terms of just as popular. We've now got the Corsair 5000D, which we've done a ton of builds in.
And that's the case
Yeah.
I actually have at home.
Oh yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. So Corsair 5000D. What are some of the other cases that you think you've done a ton of builds in?
I mean, like the OG NZXT, what is that, the
Oh,
H5?
the H510?
H510.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like something that they had the whole Hyper Beast skin for the limited edition. That was definitely like one of the top cases for at least
Really
like
long time?
3-4 years.
Yep.
And then once Lian Li actually became like kind of like or available for like for us SIs, because originally they were just only selling on Newegg. And I actually remember that because we actually sat down and talked to like the CEO and the head of R&D, Eddie. He was like, "Man, we'd really love to get our hands on one of these cases." And he was like, "Let's do it." And I was like, "All right,
Yeah,
dude, it was such a good case."
I'm going to go ahead and put in 500 orders right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so next code coming up right now, Lyric. Obviously, this is big shout out to Lyric for obviously allowing us to build this PC, something we're giving away, which is cool of him. I didn't know the whole story, so that's
Yes.
actually pretty rad. And so you guys should definitely check out him, twitch.tv/Lyric. He has about 3 million followers on Twitch. Streams a ton of different games, also does a bunch of different work as well. So huge shout out to him. It's funny, I knew a little bit about him, but just watching him on Instagram and stuff like that, seems like a pretty cool dude. So
yeah, he's a really nice guy. Met him only a couple of times, like at TwitchCon and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a really humble guy, and you would never realize that he's like the super famous guy. He's just, he's just a super down to earth guy.
So I think one of the things that I know that a lot of people ask questions about, because like they'll see people like, for instance, we saw Dr. Lupo with Intel and like Lyric with Cyberpower. Like how do you guys get to those level of partnerships, and like what does that look like for you guys?
Like in terms of just like, well, most of the time, these guys, like the bigger guys, they have managers, right? But I mean, if you're talking about somebody who's a little bit, like kind of newer or like, just recently kind of reached, we just have a minimum requirement for in terms of our sponsorships. So when it comes to like Twitch streaming, it's around, we make some exceptions, but it's around like 600 to 700 concurrent viewers. That's kind of like our baseline, and then we obviously track it through like, various websites like Social Blade, Solinome, and stuff like that. So we like kind of like, when people reach out to us and like, hey, we're not exactly at the 600 mark, and it's like, okay, thank you for reaching out to us. Now we have your channel, so we can kind of like stay on top of it, watch your growth and stuff like that. We'll reach out. But yeah, that's basically how it works. And then, like I said, we work with like various managers or agencies that handle, handle Twitch streamers and stuff like that, and we basically go through them for the big boys.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, so like you guys have, and like you guys are pretty transparent about what.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, because
how nice is that for real, guys?
we don't beat around the bush. We tell them, like, hey, unfortunately, your viewership isn't just there, what we're looking for, but now we have your channel. Once we are able, or once you are able to reach those numbers, we will reach out and we'll offer you something. And so, we want to make sure that everybody knows that, just keep working hard and just keep putting in the time, and eventually you'll get there and eventually get a Cyberpower PC sponsorship.
And you build it, right?
Yes, and I build it.
Yeah,
I built it on my here's a good moment for me for plug in.
Hold on, let me just.
Yes.
Yeah, just set
so
that up for you.
we stream typically every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at around 1 p.m. Pacific time. We do live builds, we do gaming, we do like little tech talk stuff. Nothing too crazy, nothing at this advanced, beautiful level of this set. I really love this set. And yeah, so we do like the live PC builds and stuff like that on our Twitch stream, where we build various streamers' systems and of course giveaway systems. But now I'm lucky enough to do it with you, Robey.
And there we go. And it looks like UFD Tech UFD just jumped in and they're raiding. So thank you very much, UFD,
thank you
for
so much
jumping
for the
in
raid.
and doing the raid. That's awesome. Welcome. We are here with Cyberpower building a PC that we are basically going to be giving away in partnership with Lyric and Cyberpower PC. And so we're just chilling. We got two PC builders who built PCs before. And so we're just hanging out, teaching you a little bit about it, and at the same time just talking a little bit about like what it's like to work with an SI and all that sort of stuff. Okay, how can I help? You want me to hold this?
Yes, please.
Oh, look at that. See, this is where teamwork comes in nice. Because how many times are you doing like that weird like crappy?
Yes, the claw.
Yeah, the claw.
Yes, I hate it. And plus I'm a little nervous, so I'm a little bit shaky right now too. So now they're doing a close-up. My hands are shaky. I just said that.
I got you.
Okay,
I got you, boo.
Oh no, I'm nervous.
I got you. You got nothing to do.
That's kind of awkward if you take that out of context.
Yeah,
what was just being said right now.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. There's one. You're like, I got you, bro. I was like, oh, I'm nervous. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. So UFD, I did see that they were doing a charity, and that's awesome. They raised $151,000 for SynGap research, which is something that he's been working for with his son. So super rad.
That's
Huge
awesome.
fan of your channel. Thank you very much for the raid, and honestly. Absolutely love your work, man. So appreciate you being here and joining us here on the channel with Intel and Cyberpower and stuff like that. So.
How about what? Let's get you a little bit of work. How about that?
What,
me?
You
go and screw these ones. I'll hold it for you.
Oh, you're so kind.
Yeah.
Look at you. It's funny about these particular AIOs that it's not that they're not. I don't like the ones that you necessarily have to put together.
Yeah.
I understand that like a lot of times we're talking about patents and stuff like that, but DeepCool has been a huge sponsor for my channel quite a few times, and I like their AIOs, especially this one. You can change out you see how steady my hands are.
Yeah,
no
I
problem
know.
whatsoever.
Well, it's your channel. It's your channel, of course.
But yeah, this one you can customize as well, which is something that's really cool.
So it actually has it right here where you can see the close open off. And you can pop the top off.
Do we have anything cool custom inside there?
Yeah, so it's of course, Cyberpower logo.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is I'm telling you, it's the Cyberpower show. Come on now. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, it does have the Cyberpower. So once we obviously get this all built up and booted up, I mean, we'll be able to see it's nice RGB and stuff like that. So
okay, so let's
really
talk
nice.
about like, so we're getting ready. What's next? We're gonna put this. You got the M.2 in already?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm still.
Oh, that's
still
right.
working
We're
on
doing
this.
this different. We're doing this different.
Yes.
Again, we've got pre-installed thermal paste, so please don't sit there and say, did you make the? Did you peel it? No, it's there. It's installed.
It's there. It just came with a little plastic cap and yeah.
Okay, so where are you on hoses?
Where am I on hoses?
Do you like hoses over the RAM or hoses over the I/O?
Up at the top.
Okay.
A bit like this, wrapped like that.
So you like it, so it goes, yeah. So you like it to go over the I/O shield?
Yes, I/O shield, yes.
Okay.
But I mean, there are some cases, like, it really depends. Like, so it all depends on the case for me. Because most of the time I do like to mount it on the top, but then sometimes it's really hard to get the CPU pins in there.
Yep.
And then it's like, I don't really want to deal with that, so then I'll mount it either to the front or to, like, if it were in this case, you know, onto the side. But I mean, 95% of the time I'm doing over the I/O.
Yeah. Okay. So for those who don't know, I usually do it over the RAM.
Okay.
But just because, like, a lot of times it's because sometimes you can get, I don't like it when it sits and rests on top of the GPU.
Yeah.
So that gets it off into the side a little bit. The other thing, too, is Fantex, and there's some other companies that actually make tube, like, cable managers.
Yeah.
So, like, and then you can actually end up making it look pretty cool and it swoops underneath. So it's just, I think it's a visual thing.
Yeah,
but I
true.
always like to ask that question because I think this is where we talk about with DIY. A lot of times, like, people just saying, like, there are so many choices you have when building a PC. And so it's just highlighting some of those things are in terms of where people sit, in terms of how they want their PC to look, so to speak. So going from there. I hope everybody's enjoying the show. Again, welcome. Why don't we do this? Well, while he's setting this up, let's go through the parts real quick because we had that raid. So literally twice as many people have joined us. So let's go and talk through what we're putting inside of this PC right now. So for CPU, we're using the Intel 1170, anything like that. And they all go through a pretty rigorous process when you guys actually do choose parts, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like in terms of like we just go through the manufacturers and then we have we basically have our R&D do a whole power test and stuff like that because you know we have regulations that we have to make sure we hit and yeah, and they just basically test for like months on end.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there, you know, testing. There's nothing crazy about it, but yeah, they just get a power test basically, essentially making sure that you know the parts are up to regulation.
But I mean, like I said, like for us, for anything, it's like you guys. Again, we talked about like with these guys, they definitely want to make sure that these systems last as long as they can, and a lot of times they want to make sure things are compatible, that they're using parts that are going to work well together, all that sort of stuff. So again, usually when you buy something from like Cyberpower or you know something like that, that you're going to get something that has been appropriately tested and verified that it's actually going to work because they want it to. Okay, so we're installing the M.2 now.
Yes, sir.
And that's what's happening here. No clicks here, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to scare you with that one this time because last time
you're not going to shame me for my quiet clicks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go grab our knife over here.
Click shamer.
Click shamer. So who've been? So you've done a lot of these like. Click shamer. Wow. You've done a lot of these streams and stuff before. Who are some of the people you've got to build with or do other things? I mean, I know I'm the coolest, but like, who else have you gotten to do it with?
You're my first.
Really?
Yes, I'm a one-man show.
Wow.
I basically just
this
do
is
the
your
builds
first
for myself.
collab, essentially.
Yeah, building. I mean, technically the whole E3. No, well, I guess that's different because we weren't building systems. The whole E3 event stuff. It was just more of like kind of like talking about Cyberpower, this brand, and that's pretty much what most of the kind of host, co-host, or me appearing on somebody else's shows, but you know, like with I always forget her name, but she's like the HyperX Kingston, and she also does Newegg. I forget her name.
Hershberger?
Yes, Trisha.
Okay, I'm here to help you.
Yes. It's been a while because you know, I mean, COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 years since I've seen anybody outside of actually you. You're like the first person that I came to the show with. But anyways, yeah. So first person I ever built with.
Nice.
Aside from my coworkers, but I mean, that doesn't really count.
They don't count.
They're whatever.
Well, that's awesome. So thank you for this. Is like
thank you for having me.
Hope you're having a good time. Sorry, I've been click shaming you this whole time. I feel really bad. Like this is how is like his first one. Somebody's asking, did I miss the second code? Yes. Code 1 was Cyberpower. Second code was Lyric, and so we've got that going on. I'm just getting this just in. Third code MSI Z590. There it is right there. I just got it. Live for you guys, again, giving away the i9-11900K CPU, plus those super sweet Intel Gamer Day 2021 swag kits. We've got two i5-11600Ks that we're giving away as well. And then we've got 8 NVMe, those 660p, 512 gigabyte NVMe SSDs that you guys are seeing up there on the right. You know what, honestly, like, I love, like, let's just give a shout out to just the crew who makes this happen. I mean, they make this look good. Like just everything from like the
all
graphics showing up, all
yeah.
the overlays, like just, you know, we were talking about this really rad set, but I don't know if you guys know this. There is a pretty big team of individuals who are here making this show happen. Yeah, even Coven saying, yeah, great crew, because like they do incredible work. Everything from the sound team. We got our guy Koji, who's basically back there making sure all this stuff is basically happening. We got incredible camera people, and then we also have Tomber. Everybody knows about Tomber. I mean, he's kind of the weak link, but outside of that, everybody else is actually pretty cool. So.
Oh, you're on a roll today, huh?
Okay, you want to? Are we going to take the sticker off? We
oh yes.
Can't leave the sticker on.
Sorry. You're right.
Oh man, I feel so much.
Actually, you know what? I had it on, so I remembered the orientation. But,
that makes sense. But that's actually a pretty smart idea. I like that one.
I believe it went. No, it was actually this way. I'm sure.
Yeah, because we got it. Yeah, because the screw.
That's right.
Oh man, that we have like we always have we always joke about this. This is the only time. This is the only time you can get a workout when you're basically. You can work your core when you put this on. By the way.
Work your core.
Yeah, you can work your core.
So
basically, you just like you want to get a low because again, you need to get low.
Okay,
so like again, you just like
so
you're doing down low. We call it duck butt. You just basically get your butt out there, and again, you feel that burn. I mean, you can feel that burn when you get it done. So going from there.
Duck butt. Interesting.
Yeah, dude. And now you're gonna do it. I'm telling you, you're just gonna be like, oh no, I learned it.
Yeah, now my stream's gonna catch me doing that.
It's gonna, you're like one of these days, you just sit in front of the mirror and be like, look at those M.2 abs.
Yeah. I'm shredded from
duck butt.
Okay. All right. It's getting a little weird in here. Okay.
Hey, you know what? You got to build this many PCs. You got to find lots of things to keep you entertained after a while.
You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
And then of course
So we got
entertain all of these
people. Yeah,
people
exactly.
here.
People are having a good time.
Yeah, of course.
Let's get a raise of hand. If you're having a good time, just enjoying the show, being a part of this, let's just get a raise of hand. Make us feel better about being here and just trying to keep things going. Yeah. See, duck butt probably would have saved my back.
Oh, there you go. That's life-saving. Life-changing.
We're changing lives today, folks. Changing lives. Good. People are hand raising, and that's all the stuff from there. Okay.
All right.
What do we got? So we got our M.2 in. We got our CPU installed. We got our cooler in. We got our RAM in. We have an I/O shield. I got it out, so we're not going to forget that. Yes. That's the worst.
So now what's next? What do you? Okay. So after you do the motherboard, what do you typically do next?
We strip the case. So it's basically a little bit. It's like it's the rated PG-13 because anytime you're taking stuff off of a case, you know what I mean? Like guys. Calm down, okay? But we're gonna strip the case down, get it all prepped and ready to go is kind of the next step. I stick it over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it. Like I use these sandbags that they have kind of over here. But there's a lot of parts to this case in particular with all this stuff.
It's so awesome because it's practically toolless, right?
Yeah, that is
true. It's only those two screws.
And there is that awesome. I mean, dude, look at that. That looks so good.
Go ahead, show it off.
Isn't that so cool? Like right there, like the basically the lyric thing right there. I mean, that looks so good. Man, it's so rad. Yeah, that's cool. And you did that.
No, I didn't do that.
I'm just kidding. Man, you could have taken credit.
Oh yeah, all the 300,000 that we manufacture, I hand etch every single lyric emblem into it. So my heart and soul has been
now
poured
we can
into
actually
this
see
case.
this back here, so you can actually see the lyric thing in the back there. So there it is right there.
I don't know if it's reflective. I can take off the sticker.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, and we got a quality peel. Look at all that stuff that we got going on. So we got that quality peel and stuff like that. Okay, so we're basically, at this point in time, we're just getting all of the extras out.
Yes, sir.
And so it's for you guys, is this, when Lian Li sends us, did they do the modifications, like do the back, or do you guys just get cases just like retail like everybody else?
Yeah, they do the modifications. Like, or are you talking about specifically the lyric version? Yeah. We get it shipped like this.
Okay.
There's nothing that we do at our warehouse, any type of modifications. It's all done through Lian Li. So it's like 100% like manufacturer grade.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfection.
There it is. Perfection.
Yeah.
Manufacturer grade. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you is find your motherboard screws and all that sort of stuff while we're here.
Well, actually, what I typically do is I do the fans.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because we have the 3 extra case fans over here.
Do you have the screws for the fans?
Yes, I do,
okay,
of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't need anything out of here for that?
Oh, no.
Okay.
So then these are the Pivia RGB 120 millimeter fans.
Okay.
They're all daisy chained.
So RGB, right? So again, now with him adding the fans, we've gotten at least, you said 2% per per RGB. So this
Yes.
is this right here.
So
That's
this is
that's
6% right there.
6%
That's
right there, and then we've got
6%
another
increase in
3.
performance.
We got another 3, guys. So we're getting a good 12% in performance here pretty soon. Now, yeah.
Or screws.
Oh, did you? Oh, we're looking. So he's looking for screws. I do
Yeah,
have.
I mean, if you want to. Oh, is there one in there?
Oh, they're right there. There's some.
This is for. There's only
Okay.
2. There should be.
There
some
should be.
more.
Yeah, we got some more.
It might be misplaced somewhere.
I have. Well, you may have to put 2 in per, and then have to do the other ones later, because I don't see any. I don't see any fan screws here.
Uh-oh. Did they get dropped somewhere?
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Oh,
I don't.
no.
I didn't bring all the parts.
I know.
I don't know what to
brought the parts.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
We're
but
panicked,
it's okay.
guys. We're panicked right now. I don't know what to
So
do.
how about this? How about this?
Okay,
You can go ahead and install these 2 fans while I look for the screws.
Okay. Okay. You
Yes,
want me
I
to, and
feel
you
like
want them in the
that's
back, and these are going to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
intake.
So right here on the side, and these will be the intake. Yes.
Intake fans. Okay.
So it'll be the Robey show for now.
Okay. There you go. He's going to go look for. He's going to go look for fans. I mean, sorry. He's going to go look for screws.
I mean,
because we
still,
found the fans. They're all right here. You guys are the fans. You're watching. Look
They
at
can
that.
still hear me though. So if you have questions, feel free to ask me, and I can participate.
Okay. So here we go. I'm going to install these.
They were just in the box.
Oh, did
There
you
we
find
go.
them? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Here, I'll give you the screws. Here you go. Back to you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I still need to look for some more.
Oh
screws.
no, you're no. This is. I think this is like I am thoroughly entertained at it. How often like this is a treat. I don't get to watch other people build PCs very often, and so for me it's like, hey, this is a show, and I did install one part on this build. I installed this bracket.
Yes, that bracket.
Bracket.
So whoever gets this, Robey.
Robey
touched
did that one bracket.
He touched
but
that right there.
The thing is if nothing else works, it's not my fault.
Wow, that is hurtful. That is hurtful.
No.
But just know that after we finish building this, it will be taken to our warehouse, and we still have a lot of time. So for the giveaway. The giveaway ends on the 31st, so on Halloween, and that's when we will be picking the winners.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And so all that time, and while we're trying to pick the winners, it will be testing at our warehouse through our QC team. So it's going to go through rigorous testing, make sure all the components work, and if for some god-awful reason something does happen to the system, it will be repaired that day, fixed, and then going through another test cycle.
They take it right out of Jeremy's
yes,
paycheck.
right out of my paycheck.
Right out of his paycheck. He doesn't get anything.
Okay, so what am I doing? Oh yeah, putting fans in.
Here you go. So here's your.
So I just like to set this
There,
somewhere.
here, we'll put the motherboard. We'll put this
Yes,
down
right on top.
and we'll put it on top.
Oh, I'm scared. Let's put it on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. What
Yeah,
you're
yeah, because I don't want it to tip over. Yeah.
Look at that. Okay,
there.
we're making the dream work.
Yes.
Do you want to put this back in?
Well, we actually have the hard drive to install.
yeah,
so
why don't I put that in?
Oh, you want to do that?
Why don't I do the hard drive?
Yeah,
while you're
you
doing
can do
this?
the hard drive.
There we go. Look at that. I'm going to do something, guys. Here it goes.
Except we only have one screwdriver.
Oh no, we don't.
Oh, we have multiple.
Oh no, we have Excalibur.
I don't think I need this one, but sure, I can work with it.
Oh, here. Oh, we've got this one. Here you go. I'll let you use the small one. I'll use
yes.
Excalibur
Okay.
because I am drawing. I'm like ready to go.
So okay, no, actually, let me ask you another question. So, which side do you put the fans? I've seen both ways.
Oh, they're on the front. Yeah, again,
They're on the
because
front?
main reason being is that it does actually take away from any cables that are running off the side, so it's all a visual eye trick. So again, I just want it to look pretty. I have never
agree.
seen somebody put them on the other side.
I have, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, I mean, in some of like the manufacturer photos, some are on the inside and some are on the outside, so different builders.
You know what? You know what's interesting? So we are doing a video on the ideal configuration for doing fans inside the Lian Li o11. One of the things that we have noticed is that because there's that gap behind it, right?
Yes.
You are like the fans lose efficiency. So it would be interesting if you put it in the back. We are going to test that. So just remind us, guys, we will test that and see if that actually improves thermals. Because again, we're setting an intake, and because it's now just going to be right up against the perforation, you actually are probably going to end up getting some better airflow due to that. So hey, that's actually pretty interesting. I never thought of that.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I've seen both ways, but definitely in terms of like eye catchiness and the way it just looks, I definitely prefer it to be on the front side.
On the front,
on the back side, because I mean, you won't lose any type of like RGB, if you do it from this
or
side.
anything like
plus,
that.
it's pretty tight. Actually, it's pretty tight back here.
It is pretty tight back there, versus like on the other side.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the other thing too is like you're absolutely right. Like you're going to see more of the fan, which is kind of what you want. And like truth be told, guys, I've done builds where you'll put 9 fans in this. You're spending almost $350 on fans. You want to be able to see them. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like, you go from there. Guys, we've only done 3 codes right now. We've done Cyberpower, Lyric, and then we've got MSI Z590 are the ones that we have done up until this point. And there will be codes that will be given out all throughout the show. Ooh, this just in. Code 4, 11700K.
11700K.
Look at how big this is. Like, is this not awkward right here?
That is awkward.
But it is happening.
But I mean, I could see it being in like, a larger case and you're trying to like, go through all the cables and maybe you forgot to put in a screw or something for whatever reason. You're just like, oh man, I got to get the screw in without, disassembling the entire system. So I mean, I can see something like that being pretty handy.
We just do it because it's awkward and we make every guest use this almost exclusively. Like Coven is very well aware of like how much we're like, yes, by the way, you only get this screw. Meanwhile, I'm using like the iFixit and everything like that. I mean, doing an M.2 installation with this, not a lot. I'm just kidding, we don't make them do an M.2 with that. Could you imagine that? That'd be like the worst.
That'd be very awkward. I mean, my hands aren't the steadiest, but I mean, I can only imagine I'd be like,
you'd be like,
wobbling
what
all
is
over the place.
going on? So good thing on the reminder on the remembering the hard drive. I have gotten, just a little behind the scenes here at Intel. I've gotten to the end of the show and then realized like I'm getting ready to like do the power supply and I'm like, oh yes, and we have this hard drive I need to put inside of it. So there we go, all ready for you and installed. So if you win this PC, I installed your hard drive for you. There you go. Boom, in like that. And I did it with pizzazz. You guys, I don't know if you guys knew, I was pretty quiet about it and like nobody knew. It was like a stealthy install right there. Another box out of the way. Let's go and pop this in right here as well. So did you always want to get into, like, is this like when you got out of college, you were out there, you just graduated from Harvard, and you were like,
wow.
Okay, sorry, Princeton, I know, wow, I didn't want you to slum it too big.
Really high expectations of you.
When you just graduated from the Naval Academy and you were like, hey, I want to get into social media for, like, how does one get into like a job like that? Was that something you wanted to do or like?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. So I have friends in the industry and they kind of are the ones who kind of gave me the opportunity to work at Cyberpower PC. They kind of put in a good word for me, and I went through the interview process, and thankfully that they liked me. But anyways, out of college, I did like an ultrasound tech, sonography.
Oh wow, okay.
And then I got a certificate in that, and I was like, I couldn't imagine myself, because I mean, I'm a huge gamer even before this, and I couldn't imagine myself doing that. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll hit up some friends, see what kind of opportunities that I might have. And I was lucky enough to land this awesome job where I get to, hang out with people like you, talk about tech, be in the industry, play video games on stream, when I'm technically supposed to be working. So it's great. It's a great opportunity. But yeah, that's basically how I got in, through some friends, and
you're enjoying the job. You've been doing it for a while, yeah. 4 years.
4 years.
That's a good amount of time.
About to be 5, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do they do like longevity awards? Like, so at Microsoft, when I worked at Microsoft for 20 years, we used to get crystals every 5 years.
Oh no. We don't have any of that.
That's right. They only give you free PCs. Like they're just like, oh, happy 5 years. Here's this 3090 system.
Yeah, basically. It's in a gold case and everything. It's all crystal. It's really lovely. I mean, I'm not there yet. That's at the 15-year mark.
Yeah, the 15-year mark. It's all G-Skill Trident Royal Z. That's like everything is just going from that. Wow, 4600 megahertz DDR5 RAM. Thanks. Thanks Cyberpower.
Thanks Cyberpower. Thanks, boss.
Thank you very much. No, it's interesting, right? Like, I was thinking about the gaming angle. I had a friend of mine who worked with, I worked at game development for 20 years, and he actually left the game development industry and now became a phlebotomist. So like he did the opposite.
Phlebotomist. The opposite. Yeah, it's interesting.
He was like, yeah, I don't think I could see myself. I love games, so I'm gonna go be a phlebotomist.
Well, I guess that's very different. Game development, you're building the games from ground up, and then especially if you're in like the QA side, you have to do all these gray box tests, and you're just sitting there in a little box doing all these things, trying to find all the bugs, and I can see how that could make gaming monotonous, right?
Yeah. It makes it a little bit harder.
It makes sense.
John V, thank you very much for the saying hi and all that sort of stuff. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are here on Intel Mod Monday. We're here with Cyberpower building a Lyric PC that we are giving away. Well, not a Lyric PC, a Lyric inspired?
Well, I mean, technically, yes. This is case.
Yes.
So it is kind of like a Lyric PC.
The entire PC case was built out of Lyric's hair.
Yes, it was. We asked him to mail us his hair and toenail clippings.
Have you ever seen a Lian Li o11 dynamic built by no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so Lyric, basically Lyric, who there's multiple PC are giveaways that are happening, 2 that are super secret we don't know anything about.
Yes.
But this one is currently in progress. They're announcing the winner on Halloween. And then you could be one of the individuals. We're going to get links to those Gleam IOs going through the chats right now. You could be one of the individuals who could walk away with this PC. And I'm here with Jeremy from Cyberpower, who building the PC together. And for the first time, I'm actually getting to do very little building. I have installed a hard drive and a bracket. Outside of that, I'm literally here critiquing.
Well, you're going to do the cable management, right? I mean,
no. We already called that out. This is a cable management is coming out from out from Jeremy. Jeremy's doing the cable management.
There might be people from my Twitch channel in the chat. Hopefully, I mean, I would hope you guys would come show some support.
Anybody here? From
how's my cable management?
Let's hear.
Is anybody here?
If anybody is from Jeremy's channel, if you rate his cable management on like a 1 to 10, we'll do it.
I say it's a solid 6.5, 6.8 for being nice.
Yeah. Okay. So he's saying 6 point. Okay. So let's see what we got and go from there. But you are the best. I know.
It's good to see someone else troll germs. Oh yes.
So good to see you. Okay, so he's a CKCC.
A 4. Somebody said a 4.
No. Oh, 4. Wow, that's not
a 5. Oh man.
Okay, for those of you who are watching my,
you guys are harsh.
I don't know. I don't want to. Actually, never mind.
You don't want to show me up. Is that what you're trying to say? You know what? No, go ahead. 8. Oh, an 8. Oh, wow. That's very nice.
There you go. 8. You didn't even.
Wait, that's my boss.
You didn't even take that compliment very well. You're like, oh, 8. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Why are you lying?
Why are you lying, boss?
Oh, by the way, boss, he for his 5-year anniversary, he wanted a Lian Li o11 dynamic, G-Skill Trident Royal Z RAM, 3090, and he feels like he's shooting low. So he was just letting you know, going from there. So yeah.
Well, my face etched into the glass.
Okay, so yeah, PC Guy 218. Which I think also watches. Also, I think I've seen PC Guy 218 in mine. He says that he's watched a lot of your stuff. He gives you a solid 8.
A solid 8?
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take
8.
that.
Then a solid 8. Reminds me of like a Brian.
I just like to shoot low, so that way when you guys actually see it, then you're like, oh, that's not a 5. That's a solid 8.
That's like solid 8. Okay, you'd be happy with an 8. Like if you go. Okay, so again, guys, we will do a vote at the end.
And you know what? Better yet, if there is something, you can teach me something.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be nice, you know? Yeah. Just a little bit, just a little teaching.
You know, it's funny, like, so it comes down to, I cable manage different on stream than I cable manage when I build off stream. So when I'm on stream, again, you only have 2 to 3 hours, so I do what's called the spine method. So everything is just in a nice, clean single spine. When I don't, I put everything in individual clumps, so it's really easy to find.
I see.
So it's like, but so that is way more time consuming.
I do this, actually, I do individual clumps. So I kind of like, how I always explain cable management, it's like flow river, right? It's like you follow the flow and you cable manage accordingly. And so typically, it all eventually gets into one tight spine, but most of the time, specifically with our fans, I like to do that on a separate clump, just because the fans, it's all daisy chained, and I want to be able to access it very easily. But everything else, all the power supply cables, all the I/O, the HD audio, all that stuff, all gets clumped into a single tight spine.
A nice, easy spine.
Exactly.
Yeah. For those who don't, again, I have a tendency to just, like I said, when I have a show, I will get when I do my own builds, it is all about paying attention to where the clumps go, even making sure they're all vertical, all that sort of stuff. So I've actually had ones that are lined up that you'll see, and they'll be literally just lined like this, and then we'll put spacing in between them and stuff like that. But I have cable managed one build. I think we did my Halo build, the Cortana build. That build just to cable manage was almost 2.5, 3 hours. It was just a lot of time. And then again, it was also just about where you put every cable tie was faced the same direction. It was just it was just overly anal, and nobody can see it. nobody can see it. But it's there. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And that's the important thing.
Sorry.
Cable management is honestly an art. You see networking cable management. Those guys are insane.
So why don't we, because people can't see what you're doing right now, so why don't we, can we put the case down? Sure. So that way people know.
I'm already done with this, but yeah.
But there we go. So let's just show them what you did. What did you do?
Basically, I just screwed in all the fans.
There we go. There we go. It's magical. And we've got intake in the back, right? Is what we've done. Yeah, and this is the tough part, right? This is the one thing I will say. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. We had Sally, which is what I remember. She was the height of this table is actually really tall. So getting to different parts, I wasn't trying to say anything bad, but the point is the one thing that is tough. This case is triple C thick in terms of just over what it is.
So. I mean, it has the whole dual chamber design, so that way the whole power supply is completely separated from everything else, right? So, but yeah, it's definitely a thick boy.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing next? So we've got our fans installed. Are you going to cable manage them and daisy chain them now, or what?
That's something that I do like to do, but I'm not sure. I don't want to take too much time. I don't know how much time we have left. I know
we're good. We're
okay.
Yeah, you
We're
do
okay?
it. We're
okay,
we're
then
doing
yeah.
it.
Then what I like to do is I basically.
Do you use zip ties?
I use zip ties, yes.
Okay, here we go. We got zip ties, and guess what? My other thing, because you know this is a Robeytech show, is that you've also got the clippers. So,
nice, perfect. I'm actually used to using scissors, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, these are those
these
things
are the
make
best.
a best.
These are the
Those
best.
make a big difference just being able to get right up in there. So
Yeah.
he's got it in his pocket.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
ready.
yeah, I'm a back
oh
pocket
my
kinda guy.
gosh. I don't do that. That
What?
is a great idea.
Oh, you don't back pocket your
No,
zip
I don't
ties?
back pocket my zip tie. You know, it's probably because I'm still working on weight loss. But hey, because it's just like, maybe getting back there and stuff like that. But that's cool. Okay, here we go, guys. We're starting the thing from there. That's a good screw job. So he said you did a good job screwing in your fans.
Thank you so much.
That's good. Awesome. He's not using Excalibur. Yes. We did use Excalibur earlier, but given that this is not a new experience and we went, he's built a lot of PCs before. Oh, you got more. You got some thinner ones here if you want to grab those
these
too.
are probably actually better.
Yeah, those ones are so big.
Yeah.
We need to get some thinner. I'll make a note. I'll bring some nice smaller ones for the next one. But not for you. You get to use the big ones. We have a tendency to use Excalibur for people who've never built before because it's entertainment. So
Like to see them suffer a little bit.
yeah,
inside.
a little bit. It's just fun. Coven, you had a good time. You had a good time with it. And I love that we have past members of Mod Mondays who come and watch the show. We've had Yuge on the show, show up before. We've had Christopher Yee pop in, and so it's just cool to have people pop in and just be a part of it. And hopefully we'll see some more of Jeremy now and then, and he'll be like,
Yes.
Robey, remember when you made me cable manage on stream? But man, you know what? I will tell you, we'll have 600, 700, 800 people watch. Man, they'll all sit here the whole time and watch me cable manage. And I get done and I'm like,
Well, but see, the thing
are
is,
you
it's
still
an
here?
art form for me.
I know.
It's beautiful. You know
You're
what I mean?
doing great.
Well, yeah, this is the easy stuff. Wait until we start to get more cables in here. Then it starts to become a rat's nest. I'll be honest.
This is hard because this, again, you talk about that dual channel. This is a harder case to do because for this one, it's basically
and you
stacked.
have to hide it inside of a whole single linear. But I mean, then again, it's just a great case, and it has an entire shroud that covers it so nicely. So, I mean, even if it's not perfect, it still looks great.
Yeah. Code 5, by the way, guys, just got this in. Code 5 is giveaway, so we're getting creative here with these codes right now. So we're getting to the point where the giveaway code is giveaway. So we're putting that in there for there. Again, giving away the i9-11900K, a bunch of those Intel Gamer Day swag kits with every single one who potentially could walk away here. We got two i5-11600Ks, which I love that CPU. Just price per performance, ooh, beautiful. And then we've got those 8 Intel 660p, the 512 gigabyte NVMe SSDs as well. And so also, just so if you're still watching, Jeremy's boss, he also would like one of those fan kits. So if you could reach out to Intel and get him hooked up with that.
Yes,
we are
of
out.
course.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I came here with the expectation that I was going to get some swag before I
You're
left.
talent right now. You're here, you're talent. You're supposed to be getting all this stuff. So, okay, so what he's working on right now is he's just basically getting it. Looks like you're getting your spine kind of set up there.
Yeah, I kind of want to, but I don't know if it actually has the Type-C connector in it, so I don't know how much I'm supposed to.
I can look.
It should.
It does. Yep.
Yeah,
it's right there. You got Type-C.
Yeah. Okay. So
Man, that
it should be okay to start.
I will tell you the
bundle
worst connector.
The worst
This
connector?
This one right here.
Oh, the Type-C?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Yes.
The USB 3.0. Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
The
I've had
worst.
so many issues with this. I've actually broken pins on the motherboards trying to get it in, thinking that it's okay. I'm like
Oh,
this.
it's straight.
Yeah, it's straight. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then it's like, okay, sometimes you can muscle a little bit, and then you go a little too hard, and then all of a sudden you take it out, and you're like, what's wrong? And you look, and all the pins are smashed, and you're like, well, time to get my trusty razor blade and try to bend them back.
We're actually, it's interesting. Just like one of those things. Like every time I do a build, I'm like, I'm going to install this for you because I just don't.
It
want
is.
you to
It's
do-
very sketchy.
It's a
It is
sketch.
very
It's a
sketchy.
sketch. It's a sketch connector.
Yes.
I'm interested in one thing. So we are using another sketch connector, not to call Cyberpower on this one, but we're using Molex. I want to see if you have a trick, because I'll tell you, man, Molex is a pain to get plugged in.
It is.
And so I'm curious. I'm going to see if you got some tricks up your sleeve when you get to
I'm
the
a
Molex.
wiggle man. I wiggle.
Okay.
Side to side wiggle. Side to side wiggle. I always start off with either the right or left corner. I check the pins because sometimes the pins are they're floppy, right? So I make sure that whichever side is floppy, that's the side that I start with. So I kind of start with Well, you guys will see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll get to that.
Well,
We'll get
guys,
to that.
what is the theme here? We got one right here. We're going to bring it up here. What do we
Oh,
say
yeah.
about this? What, like, if you're Robeytech, what do we say about Molex? Let's just see him. Let's see him. We'll see it up in the chat in just a few minutes. I'm sure we're delayed, but everybody knows we say we got Molex in the build. What do we say about that, guys? Yeah, there it is. Ew.
Hey, it's trusty.
It
It's
is.
OG.
There it is.
School us, big germs. I mean, but this right here, like
Those are
perfect.
fine. Like
These are
daisy,
perfect.
daisy chaining,
These are
that
perfect.
is
These are
fine.
perfect.
It's just, man, yeah.
Simple. Very
Yeah,
simple.
that
Very
one's
easy.
good. But so except for we do have a couple people like
Molex
dude, like we've said,
problem.
yummy. No, people are like yummy. Like people get
Yeah.
excited.
Attaboy.
Yeah. Molex equals the devil's work. Going from there, but yeah, there we go. We got we're having fun, and I love getting to do stuff like that. But I know, but all in all, like we have our fun jokes, and we just have a good time. What are some of the other things? Like, do we have other giveaways that are currently happening as well? I know there's ones that you can't talk about.
Well, I mean, also, I don't know about. Well, we have another one with WD. That one's actually coming to an end later this week.
Okay, so get in on that.
But so it's a WD. We're giving away 3 WD SN 750 SE, which is their newest,
the
latest
Battlefield
ones.
ones, yeah.
The latest ones that they just came out with. It's like a 4th gen PCIe and stuff like that. It is backwards compatible, 30% like less consumption draw compared to the SN750, but no need to get into that. But anyways, and it's through.
But you did.
Yeah, I know. It's just so I'm so used to talking about it like that. You know what I mean? It just comes naturally sometimes.
No, it's okay. I mean, like, we got absolutely great drives. Again, it was
Yes.
also. I mean, one of the things is like the SN850, which we've used a ton on our show.
Yes.
The 750s. One thing that's always a little crazy about those is like the 850s. People don't necessarily need that speed, but they still want the PCIe Gen 4. There's a lot of compatibility things, specifically with like Z590 and stuff like that.
Yes,
Just
of course.
putting in a Gen 4 drive makes a big difference. So it's nice that there's a nice like addition into their product stack, and we've actually used a couple on our show as well. So if people want to know about like the giveaways and stuff that are happening, how would they go and learn about those things?
This is time for a shameless plug.
Yeah, I know. I teed it
You're
up.
setting
I teed it
setting me
up.
up. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
what I did.
So you can catch us on Twitter and Instagram at Cyberpower PC, and then also on Facebook at Cyberpower Inc. INC Incorporated. So yeah, you'll be able to catch us there. We do all of our sales, all of our any type of social posts. You know, we have a great a social media associate who does all these great memes and stuff like that, so you guys will love it. But anyways, yeah, we also have our Discord as well. Maybe I know some of our mods are in the chat, so maybe you guys can throw the Discord up there if you guys have the permissions to. Basically Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, those are our top 3 social medias. We do also have a TikTok. But yeah,
that's mostly Jeremy dancing.
It is actually.
It is pretty much like he's gotten in on that. I don't know if you've seen that Justin Bieber with the drone one, but you should. They've come and hung out with them as well. So and it works really well with duck butt. Like, you know, all in all, because it looks really good when you've got that core workout from installing in .2s.
It's lovely.
Going from there. Which is always fun. Okay, so we are currently you're routing cables. So this is interesting. So this is something I don't do, which is unique. But he basically knows. You know most of the time where you're going to need to route this stuff for most motherboards.
Of course.
Anyway, so he's routing it. Motherboard's not installed yet. So
but see, that's the lovely thing about the Lian Li is that 95% of the time, most of your like front IO is always in the same one. It's always here at the bottom. The HD audio is always going to be on my orientation is correct, at the bottom right. So you kind of basically know where that's going to go. And then most of the time, the Type-C connector is in the middle of the motherboard. Not in the middle, but like on the side in the middle of the motherboard. So, and then you have this great grommet here.
But you've got the Wildcat, which is the
that's true,
because that can be at the bottom. That can be side mounted.
Very true.
They can be the worst.
Very true. And looking at it, it is on the side.
Yeah, so you're good there.
Yeah, so right here. But I mean, it doesn't have the option. Yeah, so
no, you're on the side, and it looks like you've got the ugly side. So it's like literally
the side angle.
Yeah, side angle.
All right, so I'm actually gonna flip this
on
here
we
its
go.
side. Flip it around, and then we're gonna actually mount the motherboard.
So you mount standing up.
Oh no, I'm gonna lay it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have seen people who like will mount it.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah,
it's scary.
It is.
People are crazy when they build.
Let's put this in first.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's like the thing that. How many have you ever forgotten to put it in?
Yes, of course. I've screwed in all 9 screws, or depending on the motherboard, 6 screws. I've screwed in all the screws, and then I'm just like, wait, what's missing here? Oh, it's IO shield. Oh, that's lovely. I got to take out the entire motherboard. And then,
I've done it at a whole build, like having the whole build done, and then being like, crud.
Now let me ask you this: how many times have you cut your finger on an I/O shield?
None. That
Really?
I've been lucky on that.
Really?
One. Yeah. I've seen. I posted a meme on that not that long ago about basically like, hey, like people are like they're making the joke about razor blades or whatever it was, and then like I'm like, man, I'm lucky. I've never actually had to have that happen.
Yeah, it's never happened to me at Cyberpower, but it has happened to me like at my own at-home builds and stuff like that.
Man, they should.
Oh, you know what? Here, can you?
What do you
This
need?
table is too tall
Okay.
for me. I'm short.
You want me to put it in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
No short jokes. No short jokes.
I wasn't gonna make them.
Oh no, not you, the chat.
Okay, I was like, okay, so there we go, right there, and then, oh wait, I'm way high.
Yeah,
but I don't want to trap cables underneath, so I'm gonna let you put those under, and then I'll move it back down there.
So what's it like being tall?
It's not. I used to think I was tall, and then I met Jackie Jing, and then I learned. Then I was like, I'm not tall. There are people like one of my tech guys. Actually, he does all our deals and stuff like that. He's 6'9".
Whew.
Yeah, Tom.
Now,
yeah,
what's
Tom
that,
is. And
what's that like?
Oh, dude, he like.
Has he ever been to Japan?
No, I grew up there, so it's
Oh,
like
really?
yeah. So, but yeah, that would be they would love him there. But Jackie Jing was on the show. I don't know if you guys remember this. She was here and we were building a PC, and she had a part and she lifted it up and she's like, she made me jump for it, and I was like, I never felt so small. So it was like I was like, man, it was. Wow,
that's rough.
It was rough. It was rough.
Well, that's my life every day. So I guess. It's rough for you.
Yeah, it was rough. It was. Yeah, you're like I better not hear it. But both my wife, and my daughter are both fairly short and stuff, but usually full of the most in terms of personality. I tell you, you guys. And
Us short people, of course, we gotta
No,
make it
I
up.
wasn't gonna
We gotta
say
make
that.
it up
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
somewhere. We gotta make it up somewhere. We have personality. We
I
may
like
not
that.
have height, but we
Somebody
got personality.
says Tom goes duck hunting with a rake. That's how tall he is. So going for that. So no, I'm only 5'11", so I'm not.
Only 5'11". Oh, no big
but
deal.
yeah,
I'm only 5'7". No
but
big
that's
deal.
not that. That's not that.
I guess it's not that bad, but I mean, it's still like 2 inches shorter than the average in the U.S.
But you can fly a fighter jet.
Oh,
You're
really?
tall enough to fly fighters, so that's all that matters. I mean,
that
used to be my bar. Like,
That's
as long
that's the
as
bar
I
you
can
set?
fly fighter jets, I'm good.
I didn't know that though.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is it because like your legs have to like reach a certain?
Yeah, that's like that, but that's all it is. Like the thing is like I will tell you this: Tom cannot fly a fighter jet.
Oh, because he's too tall.
So it's like, and it's like I think for I don't know what it is for the F-23. I think but 6 feet is I think the 6'1" or 6'2" is the top for that. But yeah.
That's interesting. Didn't know there was height restrictions. I guess
Yes,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes,
unfortunately,
that makes sense,
pilots can't. Yeah, unfortunately, cockpits can't be universal in terms of the going from there.
I am standing on my tippy toes.
So, we've talked a little bit about the Halloween stuff, but what about other holiday plans? Do we have some other do we have like a Christmas build coming up? Ugly sweater build.
Ooh, that's
that
actually
would
a
be
great idea.
rad.
Sorry,
That
I'm
would be
taking
rad.
it. You can't
Oh,
take it.
wow.
Sorry.
He's already copyrighted it.
Copyrighted.
It's already been copyrighted. Like his boss is already like, yep, copyrighted. And there's like, I've already got a DM in my Twitter. Like you can't use this. It's cease and desist.
It's already typed up and ready.
Yeah, but I mean, do we have other like we have this lyric one that we're giving out on Halloween. Is there other Halloween stuff going on?
I mean, of
Great
course.
pumpkin.
There's,
Oh
there's
yeah,
always
we
opportunities.
are going to have you carve the lyric logo here later for Halloween. I think that, but outside that, no. So this is kind of
if we happen to have another show together, you make sure you bring a pumpkin and I will carve it.
Oh,
for you. I will carve it for you.
Snap! Oh snap! I got a lot of power here. No, that's not true at all. I have no power. Okay, so code 6, guys, by the way, is Halloween. I didn't just pull that out just for fun, though, but code 6 is Halloween, which is this when we're giving this PC away, or they are giving this. I'm not giving this PC away. I mean, but when they are giving this PC away, they'll be announcing the winner on Halloween, and you will have the chance to actually win this rig, both blessed by Jeremy and myself, who put in the hard drive, and I did actually put in the motherboard as well.
Motherboard too, yes.
So there we go. But there it is, putting it in there. Halloween is the new. That's 6 codes. We still have 4 left. And again, giving away those i9-11900Ks, the 2 i5-11600Ks, and ththose 660p NVMe SSDs. Which I'll be honest, like if you haven't loaded games on an NVMe SSD versus like a hard drive or an SSD, what do you need?
2 fans.
2 fans. I think
Yes.
they were over there.
Oh, were they over here? Oh yes, they're over here.
Hey, look at that! I am useful. But yeah, again, NVMe SSDs for gaming or even for your OS makes such a big difference in just of how fast your PC boots.
So I'm gonna be completely transparent, chat. I'm so sorry, but I forgot to bring an extra pair of screws to mount the extra fan. Since this is only a 240 radiator, one of the fans still needs to be mounted on here. So we're actually only gonna be missing a fan. But it will be mounted.
Which one are we mounted?
It'll be this one right here. Because I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have any. Oh, you need more fan screws.
Yes, just 4.
We do. We do. I know where to go.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so guys, actually what we're gonna do, why don't we take a quick break? We're gonna do a quick 10-minute break. We're gonna take a look, stop a build. We're gonna go grab some more fan screws to make sure that's all good.
Yes.
But what we're doing right now is we're gonna, during the break, we're gonna do a 10-minute break. We're gonna be checking out Intel's docu-series called In Process. This is gonna be on mocap operators. Super cool series that they have been doing. You can check it out on their YouTube channel. But we're going to be checking that out, taking a little snippet of that, and then we'll be back in 10 minutes and finishing up the build. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and we look to seeing you in 10 minutes here back on the show. We are back, guys. Welcome joining us on Intel Mod Monday. I am here joined by Jeremy from Cyberpower.
Hello,
PC.
everyone.
We are building a Lyric PC. Let's go through the specs real quick since we do have some more folks who are joining us, all that sort of stuff. So here's what we've got inside of this system that you can win if you enter the giveaway. We've got the Intel 11700K EEX, which has got a custom, you can actually see it a little bit there, that custom Cyberpower graphic, basically a little piece inside of it that you can uncover. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that.
Can you see it?
Don't,
a little bit.
A little bit. Don't. Just a tease, guys. Just a tease. We're putting the thing back on so you guys can't see it right away. We have just been having a great time chatting. We're both myself. If you don't know, I am a TechTuber and also tech talker, building a bunch of PCs. We stream PC builds 3 times a week. On top of just a ton of other content. And then we also are joined by Jeremy, who is social over at Cyberpower, does PC builds, does gaming, all that sort of stuff. And so you have 2 people who are veterans, and Robey, on this episode, gets to just kind of chill watch. And I think it's actually making Jeremy nervous because I've critiqued quite a bit. I've been jumping in with some things, but also being helpful.
Yes, of course. Constructive criticism is always welcome. You know what I mean? That's the thing about the tech industry is that it's constantly growing. And you have to grow with that. And you got to grow as a person, and that helps. So
they're asking, how many fans have we installed so far? We're on fan number 4.
Number 4, yes.
And so each one does percent. It's all RGB, so 2% per fan. So we've got.
In terms of
we're doing 12% bonus performance in this particular build in this individual. Okay, so and then given it is the month of October, why not let's make the next code October. So this is the next code number 7, October. Great month, and then again, main reason for all of the Halloween stuff is that this is Lyric had this PC given away, and we're announcing the winner. They are announcing the winner on October 31st on Halloween. And again, his logo and stuff, which you can kind of see, it actually has a very October-ish kind of theme to it. So just a lot going on there from that regard. You want to use Excalibur?
No, I'm okay. I'm an experienced builder. I don't need it.
I don't need Excalibur.
Yeah.
Going from there. I just think one of the greatest things, I think that the invention that everybody doesn't give enough credit to, especially for PC builders, magnetic screwdrivers.
Yes. Yes.
Like pretty much like you were like, could you imagine doing this hobby?
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you. For the first year or so, I was like, not the first year, maybe the first couple of months, I was a very kind of like, I didn't want to ask too many questions working at Cyberpower PC or ask for too many things. So the only thing that I had was this like janky screwdriver that was, no, this is nice.
No, I was just giving it to you.
Okay.
I was trying to be helpful.
Yes. Sorry, I had a traumatic past. But was like a janky screwdriver that I had found. And for some reason, I don't know why, guys. I just was like a nervous, like wreck, working only there for a couple of months. And so I didn't want to ask for a screwdriver. So I used this it was like a screwdriver that you could twist the back off and it had all the bits in the back. And it was about this size. And some of the people in here and the Twitch streams, you guys know what's up. You guys were there. And yes, and so basically I was stuck building with that and it was not magnetic. So it was brutal. It was quite rough. But anyways, now we are living the luxurious life of having a magnetic screwdriver.
I like how you're like, that's some people want super yachts. Those of us who really know just want magnetic screwdrivers.
We want magnetic screwdrivers for sure.
So
definitely helps.
What's your worst PC build experience?
Worst PC build experience would probably be the.
Besides this one, I mean, yeah.
No, this is awesome. This is a cakewalk. Was probably the $20,000 system I built for H2O Delirious. It had an absurd amount of LO120s. It was in the Corsair 1000D, and so however many fans,
29
or 28 fans or something like that.
So yeah, we're literally, one of our guys who's in here right now, Evo Cyber Nation, we're building his water-cooled build in.
Yes.
And it's like, is it 28? I think you might be right, 28.
28
it's like
fans.
so many.
Yes.
And they're all LO120s.
Yes, and they had to be all daisy chained, and I needed 3 Commander Pros, so just so you know, you need like 3 Commander Pros. And I built that live on stream, and it took me like, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 days, just doing the daisy chaining alone and the cable management alone. And like, we had to talk to a million times with the here, okay, I'll use it. I'll use it one
Everybody keeps
time.
asking about it.
I'll use it one time.
No, Evo was not here. Evo was in chat earlier. He was not here. No, but point being is that like we are in the middle of doing that, and just the fatty cable with all those two things coming out of the two. Because I mean, did you custom water cool yours?
No, it was not
so
custom
ours
water
is all
cool.
custom
Yeah,
water
see
cool.
that. That's probably even more rigorous.
Yeah, so we're basically custom water cooling it, and so we've got the radiators, and it's just it is
insane.
a build. It is a build. We just got our radiators in, so yeah, it's just been.
So actually, that's something that we don't do too, or I don't do too often, is custom loop liquid cooling systems, just because of the amount of time that it would take for me to do it on like a live stream and stuff like that.
Dude, 17 hours. It's like pretty average.
So you guys are full bending.
I've done full bending on live stream.
I'm a soft tube guy. I'm just saying.
On the live stream, we've done only soft tubing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We have 2 hard tube builds coming up.
Yeah.
So we have 2. That one that we've been doing in conjunction with Cooler Master. I've just been trying to find a slot to finish that one.
Yeah.
That's a hard tube one. It's in their new. I can't remember the case. Their new. It's like their open air one. So we're doing that one, and then we have a new one that we're actually building for a guy named John Van who works here. Used to work at Bento.
Okay.
We're doing a build for him.
That's awesome.
That's going to be a hard tube build in a thermal take case as well. So I have done hard tube builds. They are we've had winners, Intel Gamer Days, stuff like that, where people have seen some of my hard tube builds. So yeah, we do everything. And I've done some really cool ones, some really great soft tube ones. We actually did one that was McLaren. We did a McLaren P2, made it look just like it was in a Cougar Conquer case, but it looks like all the stuff looked like oil, and it was actually in car and driver, which was actually pretty rad. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So we've had a lot of fun with that. In fact, if you search McLaren PC case, like it comes up.
I will be searching that.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I like doing soft tubing. We actually did a build here, $30,000 build, all soft tube custom water cooled.
I had 20,000. Now he's 30,000.
Okay, but
you see this? This is why he doesn't have other PC builders on the stream, because then it's just 2 RAMs.
I can't beat Linus. Like there's a lot of people. Yeah, it's just like there's people like
facts,
it's
okay,
like here's our $10 million PC.
Yeah. True. All right. Yeah.
No, it was one of those things that we got for the team here. They had a video distribution, and so it ended up being a 30,000. But we soft tubed that one. Yeah. And that one, I think, how long was that stream? We did that all live. It was like 9.5 hours. We did downstairs, and then
See, I'm honestly a huge fan of like soft tubing, because when you do soft tubing right, it honestly, in my opinion, looks better than hard tubing. In my opinion, like it just looks so clean. Like if you do it right, it looks amazing, and it's easier. I mean,
it is way easier.
You're stuck there trying to lube up the tube with the ceramic thing, and then you're sitting there bending it, and then you mess up by even like a slightest degree, and then you gotta throw the whole tube away, and then it's like, it's too stressful. See, I'm getting stressed out just even thinking about it. It's a stressful thing. It really is rough. So now I'm gonna rotate the case.
Okay, rotate it. Yeah. Why don't you? While you're doing that, we can put in the other fourth. Oh, you're gonna do it that way. Okay, never mind.
Oh, how did you want to do it?
Oh, you're fine. No, let's keep going. We're good.
I was just gonna rotate this way, or actually, you can put the screws in for that.
Yeah, and I'll do that.
And then I'll put the 4th fan.
Yeah, there you go. Here's your missing screws. We did get them.
That you guys found.
Yep, and there we go.
Awesome. I mean, I would hope
I'm gonna use Excalibur.
Oh,
fancy
fancy guy.
We're gonna be crazy.
But actually, I'll wait until you mount it all the way, so that way I know how much room I have for the fan.
Oh, that makes sense. So we're just basically now just mounting. I'm going to do the 2 corners just to get it to hold, right?
Yes, sir.
This is, man, I've had some janky, like I do this. So I actually usually don't have it on its side when I do the radiator mount. Yeah.
You have it stand. Well, it's because I'm too short for this table, so that's why.
So I have it standing. Oops. Oh. Okay, we lost one, but we'll get it back.
It's okay.
We'll get
Here,
it back.
I'll assist. I'll
Oh,
hold.
look at that. Yeah.
I'll hold.
But I've
Two
had,
more.
you want to do, yeah, we'll do this one, and then we're good. I've actually had to like hold, like, you know, just some of the, like the contortionist-like work that sometimes we have to do
You
as
have
PC
to be.
builder.
You have to be limber.
You do have to be
You
limber.
got to do stretches
You're
before
good.
you build sometimes.
Yeah, that is so true. And I think now you got your room now, right?
Yeah.
So you're good. To basically get like just some of the weird positions my body's been in to get things installed. Sometimes you're like, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Here, and I'll give you the normal one.
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I definitely agree. Like, I mean, yeah, you definitely have to stretch your hands sometimes when you do PC build. And I'm telling you, like sometimes, even though you've been a veteran PC build, there has been times where you miss a screw or you miss some sort of cable they forgot to plug in. Like I can't tell you. That's why if you guys saw earlier the way I put the CPU power first before I mounted the radiator, because there have been plenty of times
when you've had
where I've had to take out where I'm just like I can do it without the radiator, and I'm sitting there for an hour trying to like twist the cable and put it into the 8-pin.
Oh man, it gets bonkers.
Yes.
Okay, by the way, we have a new code 8, I was about to say EPS CPU power. That is not it. It is spooky season coming out right there. Spooky season, all
Spooky
one word. There it is right there. Spooky season is when you have your AIO leak. That's my worst
That
PC
is.
experience. We basically were building in the new Evolve from Fantex, their second small form factor case, and basically the AIO just started leaking, and I was like, and you're on stream, and you're like, and we're done.
Yeah.
Right? Like there is
Yeah.
there is no coming back from that right there. I'm gonna go see if I can find our screw.
Oh yeah. It probably might have gone to the other side.
We'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the
Yeah.
end because it's all. I mean,
Yeah,
that
you
thing's
have
not-
most of them in.
Yeah.
It's just one missing.
One
we'll,
missing.
We'll get it.
We'll be
and
good.
If not,
This
I'll
is
deal
a
with it
this
at
is
the
a creative
office.
use of the. That's pretty smart.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you
like
don't,
that.
see, you don't do that.
I use this.
See, that's probably better because you have a lot more space.
Yeah, so I put them in here.
Yeah,
So
but
that-
yeah, typically this is what I use at the office because
Yeah.
I don't really. I
Yeah.
mean, I have magnetic mats, but for some reason I just don't use them. I'm just, I guess, old school.
Sometimes, well, I mean, like that. I mean, like again, that's a good idea, and that's a good.
Yeah.
I mean, not every AIO comes with something like this, but yeah, in the cases that they do, that's actually a pretty cool idea. So there you go, learning something. I love doing this because we're learning something new, like every time. So now what we're doing, guys, connecting all our.
Oh,
connecting all
I
our
plugged
connect-
in. I plugged in the USB
yeah.
3.0. So.
Because that's like literally the
Yes.
worst connection
And
ever.
this is the Type C connector.
Look
easy
at all those
peasy.
cables. I'm so excited about when you cable
Oh, so it
manage
actually
those.
has two options here. I could have gone for the bottom one, but I decided to go with the top one here.
I think that's probably smarter because then
Yeah.
you don't have as much blockage from
Yeah,
the. I have a
exactly.
tendency on this case to use the extensions, so they have that like put it underneath, so
the
that
L
way you
thing?
just have the little
The elbow?
Yeah, it has a tendency to be a whole lot easier. No,
Yeah.
not the elbow. It's literally just it's a thin one with a really small cable, so that
Okay.
way you can do everything in the back, and then
Oh,
it's
I
just
see.
really
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
flush. So many little things that you start to figure out, like the
As a builder.
the 90 degrees for like when you're doing small form factor
Mm-hmm.
builds with GPUs, right? So it's just like it can be super flush and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's always fun, like just learning with experience. So yeah, that was our last code. Spooky season was the next one. There was a parts list, Mark. There was no parts list for this. Where again, we brought parts up. If people are asking, why don't we go and bring the parts up while we're pulling all our cables through one more time? So here's what we have inside of the system right now. We have an Intel 11700K.
Here with, you guys probably can't see. Well, you guys can see. So if you see my hand
Yeah.
here, I was actually going to come across with this fan cable to go across here, but then I had a feeling since we are daisy chaining, it might not be
Long enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
long enough. So I decided to go off the top here, and I'm just basically going to cable tie it here on this top screw. You guys can't really see, but there's a screw hole here. I'm going to basically zip tie it here, and then run it across the top with the rest of the bundle, which is the
let's
front.
not forget about that
Oh yes,
either.
the SATA.
Yeah, everybody's sad when you forget about that at the
Yeah,
very end.
very
You're like,
sad.
oh, hey, I got no hard drive. It's not there. So we're just going to run that one through real quick
Yeah,
as well.
Very quick.
And then, yeah, he just pops that through, and then we're good to there.
Boom, bam.
And there it is. Okay, guys, so we're cooking with gas right now. We're like most of the stuff is actually pretty set up. Really, where we're at right now is we're going to go ahead and what Jeremy's going to start doing is really just kind of hooking things up. Like our AIO's installed. Our basically all we have left from a hardware installation is basically your PSU and your GPU. That's absolutely it. So and right now what he's doing is he's just running everything, just making sure all of that stuff is basically run through, and then we're going to just get it all hooked up nicely in the back. And again, for the sake of time, we could sit here for hours and cable manage. You guys
Yeah,
know
it's
that,
gonna be-
but it's gonna look good. But it's also just so it looks good behind the shroud is kind of is kind of
basically is what's going to happen. Just for the sake of time, I mean, with enough cable ties, you can make anything beautiful.
Oh yeah, you really can. And we've done some pretty. I want to build like you know, the thing is like I think where you really get into like god tier cable managers is when you start ordering custom cables that are custom links and stuff like that. I know one of the things that I've been asked to do, and it is going to get there, is basically making my own cables. I do want to do that once.
Do your own cables?
Yeah, do my own cables. I heard that it's a very painful process, but I want to do it, right? So it's just kind of experience. Now somebody did ask, is my wife feeling better? Yes, she is doing much better. So I appreciate that. Yeah, she got her second shot, and so it just knocked her out. But thank you very much for asking. And so yeah, it was sad to cancel Saturday's stream, but we are back and we are here and now building this PC.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're doing right now, looks like he's pulling out. He's going to go ahead, because again, we've got that 2-chamber design for the Lian Li o11. So you can go ahead and install your, basically install your PSU, no problem. The other thing too is I will tell you, the one thing I will tell you in this case, and I think maybe you would agree with this, is that installing your PSU lets you know how much room you have for cable management.
Yes.
And a lot of times, like people get this installed and find out, oh crud, I used a lot of the bottom chamber, and then you have a tough time basically getting your PSU in. So when you can get it in, and some people even go as far as installing it at the very beginning. When you can get it in, good idea just to make sure that you know you have plenty of room and you don't end up having to undo stuff to try and make it all fit.
So I'm actually going to do something that you might find weird.
Oh, okay.
Once we do the CPU, but
we'll see. I'm excited.
Hopefully,
I like it. Like I like new.
I mean, it's more. I'll be honest. It's more of like a lazy way of hiding it, but it's a good little hide.
Okay.
It's a good little tuck away spot.
We got a couple of those. Like I've got a couple cases that I have like little hidden ways to hide things, right?
Yes.
So you kind of find some of those, and they're not cable managed, but they use like a hard drive tray or whatever it was to hide stuff.
Exactly. Yep. Except this one's going to be in between the hard drive tray and the power supply. So basically, what I do is I kind of like. Well, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. It's a secret. It's a secret you guys can't see.
So we're going to want to turn it a little. Is there a way we can turn it just a little bit so you can see? Here, why don't you turn it this way and I'll switch with you.
Which way? This way?
Yeah, that way. So that way you can,
that
way. Yeah, there you go. And then now they can see a little bit, and then you can get in there and do it. Okay.
Well, actually, I mean, they'll see it once we do the cable management, because I like to lay it down on the side. But basically what's going to happen is the power supply is going to sit in here, right here, and I'm just going to basically tuck the excess CPU cables.
Oh, right there. Okay.
So it's going to be like hidden in there. But yeah, we'll get to that. So
you're going to lay it down here in just a second.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and mount the power supply, but I got to turn it this way because this table.
And then you have your PSU power. You're there.
Yeah. Screws are
right there.
Yes. So we're just going to go ahead and mount those.
There it is. You know it's like, and this is like when you've added at least 25 pounds to just your build already, the moment that you add the PSU.
Yes.
It's like now it's actually heavy. And this is where iFixits come in so handy, because they're just that nice. They're so strong magnetic in terms of their,
yeah, definitely.
And installing a PSU in this case is actually really easy, because they got that nice little kind of standoff.
So make sure that I'm not pinching the HD audio cable, which I am.
Where
so I just got to pull that
look
through.
at that. He's just double checking his work.
Yeah, of course.
Making sure everything's good. Again, and if you are to win this and you see us make a mistake, don't worry. We are going to hand it to the professionals afterwards, who are going to go and
I am a professional.
No, we're going to go hand it to the team over at Cyberpower. We're going to run it through all of their testing and make sure the parts are good and all that sort of stuff.
It'll be testing for
Yes,
quite
he is
some
a professional. He's built a lot of PCs for a lot of good influencers, etc. Right?
No, so they understood what you meant.
Yeah.
They understood what you meant.
He's getting angry. You know what I mean? He's like,
short little man syndrome.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No, he is not small form factor, guys. Wow.
I am. I'm fun size.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, it's Halloween, right?
Man,
those are the best candies.
So I will tell you this: so they have Halloween candy here on set, and so I was over there, and they have those Twizzlers that are like, man, I love the Halloween ones.
So this is the question: are you a licorice man or a Twizzler man?
Ooh, I'm a Twizzler man. Yeah,
Twizzler?
like it's funny because I don't really like either, but at Halloween I like those.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. Like it's like the only I had them once and I was like, man, these are super fresh. But then I'll like get them in the bigger packs and they're always a little bit harder to chew, so it's like pretty wacky. So okay, so we're gonna lay it down here in just a second.
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking right now, trying to figure out how I want to do this. I don't want to like embarrass myself in front of a crowd, when it comes to the cable management part. I mean, where he was talking big game, you know, and I was kind of talking big game, and it was like you know, PC rivalry builders thing, and I was like, oh, now I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I'm capable.
Dude, if anybody knows about my channel, there is no judging. Like I'm just happy. Like there's so many people who send us cases who like, you know, their first builds, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, I just want to celebrate that you got something built and stuff like that. Now, yes, my bar is a little higher for you for sure. You know, having built the number of PCs you are, but I will say, like nobody really gets until you've built one of these. I mean, we have 700-800 people to sit here and who are watching this right now. And so when you build stuff like this, you know, there can be some pressure, and if something goes wrong or whatever it was. But I have no fear. Like we have yet to have a show where we haven't gotten done and turned it on and it worked. Have yet to have a show where we've turned it on and it hasn't turned on. I just want to make sure that's really clear.
Yeah, I think yeah. Definitely, that was clear. So then here's like my little tidy technique in the PC 011. So normally I'd cable tie it, but just for the sake of, if we can do the overhead shot so that way they can see. Yeah, there you go.
And that's just right in there. Okay,
it's
nice.
Just right in there. It's just very simple.
That's a good place to. That's a good place to hide it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could do it like underneath, inside the actual drive bay.
But then you're using a drive bay.
But we're using a drive bay. So if you weren't using the drive bay, you could tuck it in there and then just kind of fold it out and move it.
So we're going to give out code 9, by the way. They did tell me, but I was talking at the same time. So code 9 is Lian Li. There it is. Code 9 right there, Lian Li. Somebody was saying, they were saying on the channel, you're doing such a good job, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That they were
That
like,
is so sweet.
why, Robeytech's asking himself, why is he even here? Wow, thanks, guys.
He's here because eye candy. Look at this.
So, yeah. So there we go. Code 9 is Lian Li. Again, you want to enter those codes. We're getting links in each one of the channels to go to that Gleam Leak, put in those individual codes that get you entries to win some of those prizes. And so code 9 is Lian Li, and going from there. So anyway, guys, just appreciate all the support and thank you for calling out that you know, I'm not doing very much right now, but I'm enjoying. Like, how often do I get to do a show like this where I get to just kind of watch somebody else and I have learned things or little things just about how somebody else builds. And I mean, we don't, and live builds are kind of interesting because like we can rant and talk about it. A lot of times you might watch like a VOD or whatever it was, and so there might be a reason why they did stuff, but now I can just ask the question, which is always a lot of fun.
So actually, before we even do cable management, what I like to do is make sure it posts, because then if it's cable managed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I cable manage the whole thing.
You cable manage the whole thing?
And how many, so we can ask, so we've had a total of, we've done 427 systems, I think is what it was. I think we've only had 3 not post.
Really?
Yep. No,
Wow,
actually, it might be 5. It might be 5. So,
let me just say, you got the hardware lottery.
Yeah,
right?
Dude, I got something, but it's just like, I think all in all, so that's interesting. So that is definitely a...
It's yeah, I guess, but also at the same time is like, I do this for like, I mean, my builds don't go to customers anymore. When I was working on assembly, they did. So I had to make sure that before I even did cable management, before he was in sent to QC, I had to make sure it was post, because if it is like, because then it just delays the customer's order, right?
Yeah.
You know, if I have to spend however many hours I was doing on the build, and then I have to take it apart because, you know, whatever part is messed up, then that just means that their order's delayed. So that's kind of what we do first.
So I will say this: we don't have a way to verify that it'll post. We have a way to turn it on and it turns on.
Oh, I mean, it should have.
Well, you'll know the code.
The debug, yeah. The debug.
So I think that might be the only thing. So just give me an FYI.
No, I mean, that's totally fine too, because I mean, that's just how I normally do it, and we don't have to do that here. I mean, I could just do the cable management and take it to the office, because that's where it's going to go.
It's going to be great, guys. It's going to post, and it's going to be no problem.
Oh yeah, 100% it's going to post. But yeah. But anyways.
What do you need? You want me to go ahead and start opening GPU for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here we go, guys. Grabbing the GPU there. Everybody loves this one, the 3070Ti. You know what? I've heard them say it, but they've also said Ti before.
Yeah, they have.
They don't know
what's. But I think doesn't the Ti stand for titanium, right?
Who knows?
Yeah, I thought that's. Yeah, you're right.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows what they're thinking over there?
Who knows?
But yes, it is. Ti. But I think the majority of people say Ti anyways.
Oh yeah, and everybody like when I say Ti, people like are always joking. They're like, Ti. Okay, here we go. Opening it up right here. There's our GPU, Gigabyte. There it is. And here is our, come on, the power. There it is right there. Open up the GPU now. And you're still over here just daisy chaining and getting everything plugged in.
Yeah, just connecting everything. There should be an extra cable in here too.
There it is. Everybody loves to see these.
Not here.
And there it is, right there. Our Gigabyte 3070 Ti. I don't care what NVIDIA says. In the 3070 Ti, we're gonna get this little bit peeled and get this out of the way. So there it is, right there. One more time. There it is, right there, right next to the logo. This is why I love this team. Like, look at this. You just make it look good. So it makes it awesome. Okay, let's get that down. I'll get the little protector off. So do you, tell me a little bit about your personal rig. What do you run at home?
I have an i9-9900K with an RTX 2080 Super, 32 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM, 3200 megahertz. It is in a Aorus Z390 Pro Gaming 9, I think it is.
Okay.
Motherboard. I have an RM1000X power supply. What else is in there?
Is it a Corsair 5000D?
Yeah, it's Corsair 5000. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. It's not the 5000. It's the 500D.
Oh, the
dual
Obsidian.
glass. Yeah, the Obsidian.
Yeah,
the dual glass side panels with
yeah.
the hinges. The RGB version of it. So instead of the graphite front panel, it's actually a glass front panel. And then I have 6 L120 fans. It's pretty Corsair-y. Actually.
It's pretty Corsair.
It's pretty Corsair.
Yeah, it's pretty Corsair.
Actually.
That's a great way to basically put
Yeah.
it. They've gotten a lot better. I mean, not that the Obsidian
Not that
they were bad before, but all in all, their Corsair 5000D is a fantastic case, and it's been really cool to watch. Yeah, and so and then we're just guys, what we're doing right now is we're just going to run some cables
Pushing cables
and
through
then
the
once
back.
he does that, we'll get this laid down so you guys can see a little bit about what's going on in here.
Yes.
It's just going from there. So he's just pulling it down here in just a second, and then we'll get it laid down so you guys can watch him. Actually, the master at work here. The cable management mastering is going from there. So. Okay, so he's just separating it out, guys, and then
it's all a little bit tangled because when I was pulling it through.
That's the thing about it. It's like there's, for all the spots, like there are really good spots, but there's a lot of stuff that's kind of in the back. We can point those out when I lay it down here in just a second about like what makes it a little weird sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
He's connecting all our 5-volt connectors real quick and then going from there. But yeah, we're getting really close in terms of
being done.
Yeah, being done with the build. So.
I mean, how long do you guys normally do these builds? Like, how long does it normally take?
They actually. So this is still going to be short.
fast?
This is still going to be on the short end. No, they're not. They're not. It's again. It's a little bit different when you're doing it with somebody else. And a lot of times, like I'll tell you, the motherboard part of it has a tendency to be pretty slow, just because people are nervous. But then once they kind of see me like doing the clicks and all that stuff, they start to learn that you can actually be pretty. You can actually be pretty handsy with the builds, etc. And so then they go from there. This is just a little bit easier for him to see when it's sitting up, guys, just what...
Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry.
So he is going to get this laid down as soon as he can.
Yes,
he just needs to make sure that everything is hooked up, and so it just takes a little bit of...
Gotta find all the cables. They're all kind of tangled inside of one another. Yeah, because I feel like I'm missing some of the Molex cables, but I think it's just because they're behind. There should be 6.
There it is right there.
So this is 1, 2, 3 here.
There's 4.
Oh, come on. Get untangled, please. Thank you.
So you have 6. Yeah, you should have 6, right?
Yeah, I should have 6.
And you have how many?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I have 6.
5. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, good. We're just making sure that he can also count. And congratulations. We're going.
Yes, I can count.
Yeah, he can count. You guys think that? What's up, Bernie? How are you? A lot of people you think you're getting some sweat. Like people are sweating me pretty hard here in the chat today. Yeah, like all in all, because we're just a little out an hour and a half right now, and so people are like, yeah, Robey's builds take 2 to 3 hours. It's like, wow, guys, man, we're trying to be entertaining.
So we can actually. I'll let you do the honors with the graphics card.
Okay, cool.
I still got to find a cable we are missing that'll basically connect all of the. It'll basically allow for the RGB to be remote controlled, but it might have fallen out in the car. Yikes.
Oh,
So it might be in my car, but I don't know if I should go step out. But it basically lights up all the RGB, so it'd be really bad if we weren't able to.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad. You want to go take a quick gander real quick?
Yes.
Because it's important. But you definitely have it, right?
Yes. I mean, I would hope
Hey,
so.
I will get this the GPU installed and all that sort of stuff. You guys can see that, right? Okay, perfect. There we go. And we're just putting in the GPU right now. It's going so well.
Sorry about this, guys. Really do apologize.
He wants to make sure we get it right. Okay, GPU installed. We'll use Excalibur because you guys like it when we use Excalibur. And it's magnetic, which is nice. There we go. And next screw. So we got our GPU in. I'm going to go ahead and run the 2 cables here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do while he's doing that is I'm going to go ahead and connect our front panel connectors for like main stuff. So I'm just going to get this stuff out of the way real quick, and then we're going to connect our front panels real quick. Okay, so down here at the bottom. Oh. So we've got our HD audio. We're going to go put over here on the right-hand side. So hey, now some of this PC is actually connected by me. And then we've got our power switch, hard drive switch, and power LEDs. So we're going to put our hard drive switch down. And then power switch next to it.
Still hooking it up?
Yeah, just hooking up your front panels real quick.
Awesome.
Power plus and minus.
Yeah, it's on the paperwork, but maybe wasn't given to us, so that's kind of awkward.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so that's a big oopsies.
So can we not connect it just to the RGB?
It's just the RGB. So the fans will spin and all that. It's just the RGB won't hook up.
We can't hook it directly to the motherboard with the RGB with a 5
Oh,
volt?
actually, you know
just
what?
put it right there.
Probably plug it in there.
Yeah, and then it'll still light up.
up.
Yep. That's why we're here. We can work
So
together.
it's gonna might look a little janky, but
No, it should default to rainbow, which is
Yeah.
good. Which is what, did you have another, oh, you were gonna do another color maybe?
yeah, I was gonna do another color so that way it matched like the whole aesthetic, but
Not
that's
today.
okay. Not today. Not today. We'll have pictures. Don't worry about it. We will have pictures. So yeah, it's just gonna default to rainbow, which is okay.
Yeah, everybody loves rainbow. Everybody loves unicorn puke, right? So there it is. Okay, so everything is hooked up. Do you still want these drive trays down here or no?
Yeah, I mean, they're okay to stay there
Okay.
for now
Okay.
because we aren't going to mount any other extra fans. And then if
Whoever wins it, they can do it
add
if they
their
want
own,
to. Yeah.
their own SSDs. So now, did you already plug in the power to the
Yep.
graphics card? Oh, no.
No, I did not do that. If you want to hand it through, I can plug that in.
We'll let you do that. Do the honors. So, okay, now here's the question. How do you like to do it through the side or underneath?
I have a tendency, I always try, mine are always underneath and like that, but are we going to run separate rails? I'm assuming we're doing 2 rails, or are you
Yes,
going to
we
do
should
days?
actually.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
So,
Let me grab the extra one.
okay.
Because I have had problems in the past where...
So PC Mag just released a whole video that said that there's actually no issue whatsoever. Though some people said that they have had issues, but apparently that's like, so we're going to run separate rails just to be safe. And so if you want to pop that through and then give me the other one, I'll grab a zip tie. You have the zip ties.
Oh, I do, yes.
Yeah, it's fine. Give me a
Pass
couple of
those to you.
small ones.
Oh, small ones?
Yeah, so I can I'll make it so that it looks like 2 individual separate ones. Okay, cool.
So we're going to run them underneath.
Sounds good. There we go, we got one right there. Oh, you're gonna run them, underneath there.
Oh, are you talking about on the
Yeah, I
side
did on the
underneath?
side. I did
Okay,
the side
okay. I
underneath.
thought you meant underneath.
No,
And
no,
I
I
was
read
like,
the side.
oh, okay.
No, side underneath, sorry. I was like, wow, wow, you're gonna get those in there. No wonder you were like,
That's
wow,
why I was
really?
like,
Yeah,
I was like, wow, okay.
That's crazy, Robey.
That's some skill.
Yeah, no, I don't have that kind of skill.
All right, and it's just hooked on. There you go.
Okay, I got that. And then we have one more, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's coming through.
there we go.
We should be able to pull it through.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that is some skill because it's pretty tough. Sometimes the motherboard overhangs that hole there, so it kind of gets hooked on the clamps.
So what I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie these down, and then that just makes it look like the cables are a single versus like having that weird daisy chainable thing. So do them flat like that. Just keep it nice and clean. Then I'll grab this other one, same thing. And then you wanna make sure that when you do this, you're basically zip tying also the little spare extra, because that'll be hidden by the fold. I always always use custom cable extensions, but every once in a while you just don't have a choice, and so this is what we're gonna do today. But then again, your cable now looks like just a standard cable. So there we go, right there. And there we go, right there. And there it is, all plugged in. And we can make it look relatively nice. I'm going to grab these from you.
So we can actually hook it up to power now and just see
if it all works.
Posts, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and test this just to make sure it all works. We should have a power cable
I
on
have
there.
it right here.
Oh, we should have one plugged in already.
Oh, already plugged in there. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of cables here. I don't want to end up shutting everything down. Is it this one here?
Yeah, it should be that one right there. Is it plugged in? No. Nope. They didn't give us one, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, just so you guys know, the next code that we're going to be using is Intel 660p, which is the NVMe SSD that is Intel SSD. Sorry, that is inside of which is what we're using inside of the OS for this, along with the other components that we're using as well. So Intel SSD, that is code 10, the last code for there. See, look, you still make it look nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then we're also, again, 660p right there is one of our giveaway prizes. We're giving away 8 of those, as well as the Intel Gamer Days swag kit. Did we? Okay, that is plugged in. Did I plug in did we not connect the? There it goes. Oh, it goes. There it is.
Oh, it's
hitting a fan. Okay, so we're just verifying that it does light up, it does work.
Well, I mean, we can also see the debug code.
So there it's doing its reset post there. Oh, geez. There we go.
Yeah, that'll all get zip tied.
All right, well, at least we got, at least the Robey section looks good.
So, we're just doing VGA right now.
We're just reading through the postcodes right now. And then we'll just quickly put everything, back in there. It should just do one more reset. That always scares everybody the first time it does it. So you're just like, wait, what happened? It's like, no, that's by design. It's supposed to do that. And
there you go. You see the green light on it.
And there it is.
There was a good angle shot that somebody was.
Yeah, they're getting it. Yeah, so we had a good shot.
There, you see the lights green.
Yep. So we were in, and we would be. Yeah, it has posted. Okay, so we're gonna quickly turn it off. Get our little bit still cable managed, and then go from there. Oh, he's draining the power. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. It's always a good idea. So I got to recable this because this one's going to go home with me.
Well, we're going to use it again though.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to do the peels.
Oh, I see. Oh,
the glass peels. Okay. We're almost there.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so we're just going to get this cleaned up pretty quick.
Alrighty. So. Here we go. Now you guys get to see how I typically do it. So basically, flows like a river. I basically do my fans last, just because those are the most rat nesty.
Okay.
I like to call it. But basically, I'll pull the GPU power through, and then we're basically just gonna fold it up.
Okay.
Like that, and that basically holds the tension. Fold it up, but. Yeah, and we also have the SATA cable here.
And you've got it plugged into your hard drive, so we're good there.
So I'm actually going to unplug it because it is getting a little tangled down here with the fan cable. So we're actually going to have this go over the top here.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is where we're watching a new, you guys have watched so much Robeytech, basically so much Robeytech cable management at this point in time. So now you're watching something a little bit different.
This will also get tucked in there as well.
Okay. So the big thing you're trying to do is you're not trying to do it because you know that they're going to have to do some stuff back at the office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm trying to make it so that way it's easily accessible for them. Obviously, I want to do like cable management for you guys to see.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's gonna have to go through the whole rundown and test, and they're gonna have to double check everything
and then
before.
they'll re-cable management and all that sort of stuff.
And they'll do all the testing and stuff like that.
So we'll just for the sake of time,
just to make it look nice.
Yeah, we're just gonna make it look nice, and for the sake of time, just still be relatively fast in terms of that sort of thing as well. So you're watching kind of speed run / cable management from Jeremy, and then we will judge him based on. Oh, look at this! Pulling it out from the back pocket.
Oh yeah, my zip ties.
His zip ties, his back pocket zip ties.
So you don't do that. You just leave the zip ties on the table.
I just have a whole. I have 3 different kinds depending on what I use. I have big, medium, and small, and so I'll use different cables for different sizes, right? Because again, sometimes you'll need like something really big and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, going from there. Yeah, speed. Everybody's like the Twexers. What is Twex? I don't know what that is, but yeah, quick access zip ties is interesting.
Quick access zip
Yeah,
ties.
you have quick access zip ties.
Yes.
I have a tendency just like I have some like sitting out of a bag. It's not crazy slow, but it's there. Okay, let me pull this back up.
But basically, you guys can see that all I'm doing is I'm pulling the access. I make a tight little, like kind of like a knot here, not a knot, but like a little fold here, and then I just basically roll it up, and then I zip tie it to each individual part. So it kind of makes almost layers, so that way it's easy for if somebody needs to access it, they can quickly clip the zip tie and have access to that said cable. And especially with something like the Lian Li, like you have to keep it in a single column. And so that kind of makes it sometimes a little bit difficult, but like I said, the shroud does a nice job of covering
everything up. Yeah, what I try to do is because you have that little gap right here, I want this to look just like nothing but connectors.
Yeah,
and
exactly. And then so I'll basically do the same thing here. Oh, have it in my
Yeah.
pocket.
I
was gonna go for the small
one.
ones.
Go for the small one.
Yeah. But the small ones, I need the thicker
bigger
one.
one because of just the thickness of the thick boy cable right there.
Yeah.
So. Just going to pull this through right now, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Again, we are here with Cyberpower. This is a PC we are going to be giving away. Winner of this will be drawn on October 31st.
Yes,
we're getting a link to that Gleam. The Gleam is actually already in progress. You can check that out. Get in on that. Those are independent of the giveaways that we're giving away today as well, which we announced earlier, and we've given all 10 of those codes out. So this is just, we're at the very tail end of the show now, just kind of wrapping things up and getting the rat's nest that is here done. And I think that's one of the things that everybody loves about Lian Li is just when you have 9 fans, you have a lot of cables to manage. In fact,
100%.
I think one of my favorite is like when somebody will, like I'll get a commission here and there and somebody's like, oh, I'm going to do a Lian Li 011 and I'm going to do like Uni 120 fans. I'm like, I love you. God bless you.
Yeah,
you're just
it's all clicked together.
It's all clicked together and you've got like
Those are
literally
awesome fans.
3 fans. You know what I mean?
Keep grabbing the small ones.
I've got you off your game. You're nervous right now.
Yes, I am very nervous. You see this shake?
That's a nice fake shake right there. Fake shake. So, it says, I can't stand seeing that in someone's build, makes me cringe. Yeah, Shane Charles, don't worry, we won't have that here. But the other thing too is like we're just, at the same time, we also know that, like I said, we are going to be taking this build will get taken apart and then just evaluated before it goes to a customer or somebody who wins this prize. So again, there's little, like we're also trying not to make this go in there when the poor iBuyPower engineer walks in and he's like, what?
Cyberpower.
Sorry.
Cyberpower.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
wow.
no.
The Cyberpower, well, yeah, if an iBuyPower engineer, that'd be really weird.
That'd be very
He
weird.
wins it. That's what it was. Yeah, he was going to win. No. The Cyberpower engineer opens it up and then finds like 9 million cables. And he's literally like, then Jeremy gets an email.
That's funny because we've actually had like a couple of complaints of like builds that I've done and like repairs like, man, why do you have so many zip ties? Like, well, I'm trying to make it look nice, my man. And they're just like, God, it's so hard for me to disassemble it. I'm just like, okay, next time I'll use less zip ties. I apologize.
Yeah, well, Robeytech, then they're not going to love a Robeytech build because there's at least like 50 in there every time.
Yeah.
You know, going for
so then here's, okay, this is where we've gotten made fun of, you know. We got our Caterpillar. Now, normally I actually separate them. Obviously, I like take them apart, but for this specific instance, I'm just gonna basically lay it down in the center and just kind of zip tie it up so that way it looks presentable.
But yeah, that's always the thing is like there's not like when you have certain cables, and it's just a ton.
It is lovely.
It's just a lot. Yeah, it's so pretty right now what you're dealing with right now. The good thing is once you're done and you're just going to cover it all with the shroud, and everybody's like, man, greatest cable management ever, and you're like, yep.
But I mean, of course, I want it to be at least like, you know, at least somewhat linear. It's not all tangled up, right?
Well, I'll also be completely fair, we're also at the end of the show. So to be fair, like he also is knowing that he's having to do stuff relatively quickly. So we're not going to give him a pass. You know what I mean? Like this is
next time. You know, definitely when we do another show.
I've already booked his flight to come down to my show where we have a good 3 or 4 hours.
That'd be awesome.
And then he's going to be down there, and we're going to have him sit
there.
Awesome. And I'll be like, I've put out 5 different PCs, all that need to be cable management. Go. And then
I got to do all different
variations and show off his things.
That'd be cool.
The best cable management is the one you can't see. Some people, I do believe that. But man, I've gotten some builds from people who are like, oh yeah, it doesn't work. And then I'm like, I'll open their back and I'm like,
What is this rat's nest?
And you're like trying to figure it out, and I'm like, how did you even get this 5-volt RGB cable plugged into a SATA header? You know what I mean? It's like miraculous that those things work.
It's a Frankenstein build.
Yeah, it's a Frankenstein build. Like, they're just like, oh, well, I just bought an adapter. Like, this adapter, where did you go? Radio Shack. Well,
Radio Shack.
Yeah, exactly, because they're the only place who has like adapters like that, right? If you need like some sort of random weird adapter.
I don't even think there's Radio Shacks here.
I don't think so either. I think does anybody know where there's a Radio Shack? Like, if you could tell us where there's a Radio Shack, we might go there.
That'll be his next segment. He'll go visit Radio Shacks.
Hot glue gun the heck out of it. Wow, that would be, man, talk about making the
Oh
making
man,
the
I'm so
engineers
sad.
mad.
This looks so ugly.
Oh, it's fine. We're just gonna seal it up.
Oh no.
It's gonna be fine. Your engineers are gonna appreciate it.
Yes,
when
they
have like
will.
Six,
They will.
They only have like six things to undo.
I just want to, you know, like.
By the way, guys,
put on a good show.
we're gonna get a top-down photo of this real quick, just for him, so he can take a screen. I want you. Can you look up at the camera and smile? I just want to.
Oh, me? Get in there.
We just want a permanent reminder of. Actually, no, it doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't look too bad, but it's.
Yes, again, you're just trying. Like, we're just gonna cover. But
It's-
here, let me get you the thing that's gonna save you.
Yes.
It's right here. There you go.
No, oh man, if we had more time, I can't leave
It's
it like
okay,
this.
it's okay,
I
it's-
can't leave it like this.
Yes, you can. You can just go like that,
All
and
right,
it's gone.
Fine. Just know that my cable manager.
you
You
go,
know
so-
what? How about this? You also could check out our Twitch channel. You can
like-
also check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv, Cyberpower Gaming, okay? Where we do live PC builds, and you guys will see. And I build in this a lot, okay? Build in this a lot, so you guys will be able to see. But
a lot of people. I have a lot of respect. This has been really fun.
Yes,
to
it's
get,
definitely been
and
fun.
And he's again, guys. We're trying to get this up and get it lit up and all that stuff. And again, we also have to be really careful. I know a lot of people are like, Robey, stop him. We're not going to stop him because he does. This has to go back. It's got some additional work. They have to take it all apart, and so we're also just trying not to make some probably overworked engineers really mad when they have to go take the whole
when they
thing
have to
apart.
do the whole process of testing it, but there are a few.
But see, this
cables.
looks good.
Yeah, I know, and this has got to be tightened up here as well as here.
But we are going to, he's just pulling some stuff
But,
through. But I just want to let you, can we just get a focus in on that right there? Just look how good
Yes,
that looks.
Robey, you
Look
did
how-
an
look how
amazing
good-
job.
how good-
Excellent work.
just like the
I just want to zip tie this
yeah.
last thing, and then we can just go ahead and light it up again.
Okay, and then let me start grabbing the
Yes.
parts for it. So we have our back. And then have we done the inside peels for these?
No, we have not. So
Okay.
do.
I'm going to do some
Yes,
inside
do-
peeling
do-
right now while he's finishing
I'm
up.
just cleaning up.
He's just cleaning up right now. So we're going to do
Make
it,
sure
and then
I
we'll
don't
get
leave a mess
these
before
start
I
putting in.
leave.
They're judging you.
They're judging me.
I can't believe I said that. I feel so bad.
What? Said what?
The wrong engineer.
Oh no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Trust me, I get it all the time. We go to shows, I'm wearing a Cyberpower shirt, and be like, hey, is this the Cyberpower booth? I'm just like, you see this? I have a big Cyberpower across my chest. It's all right. We get mixed up. That's the problem, and I'm sure iBuyPower does the same thing, gets the same thing where they say Cyberpower instead of iBuyPower. It's just the whole power thing.
There we go. Okay, that one's in. We're ready for that. You're going to do the peels, by the way. We're just
Oh,
doing
the front
we're just
peels?
doing the inside peel right now, so that way when
I
you
see.
peel all the other
So
parts.
do you want me to start front peeling now?
No. When
No.
we get it lit up and
I
on.
see. Okay.
Then you
Cool,
do
cool,
it.
cool.
There we go. Okay.
But technically, shouldn't we save it for the owner of
Nope.
whoever's winning?
Nope. This
No.
is like
Oh, it's like
every
a
show.
Religious. Okay.
It's really every show. If you want to re-glue it back on, that's fine.
That's a lot of work.
I know that you have time.
Yes, I do have time. I do have the time.
I don't.
And sorry, I tapped my mic. If you guys heard that, I apologize.
You're like thinking
Because
about everything.
I was scratching my chest.
Okay, so there we go. Right. Oops.
watch your toes.
Ooh, wow, that would have died. I could have died there. Okay,
Lost
so
a
we've
toe.
got that one there. Let's go and put the top back on and the back end, and then we're good to go.
Actually,
There you go.
oh, we're missing this.
There you are, sir.
This on?
Yep. We know it boots.
Yes, we know boots.
Unless you just disconnected.
Yeah,
that would be-
disconnected
that would be
everything.
worse.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Top in. Yep.
Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way so we can make it clean.
Yes, sir. Here's your knife and your
Thank
cable
you.
cutters. Yeah, I need to get another pair of these. So actually, I went to, I always lose stuff in events. And I went to an event and they lost like my whole toolkit that I had.
Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, I didn't pay for it, but it was definitely, it sucked for not having it for however long I didn't have it. And then we had to go through the whole process.
Here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final build, done. Another Mod Monday. Well, I mean, once he turns it on. There it is right there. Oh, wait.
Oh, yep, something did get disconnected, the cables.
No!
All right, now we gotta go. Now we gotta take it back.
We gotta fix one thing. We can't not have that. Come on.
Yes.
So let's just be one.
Sorry, this is what happens when you try to rush things when you're building. So, quick reminder: take your time. Take your time. Enjoy the build itself.
There you go, sir.
Yes, if I can have
There
a
you go.
screwdriver.
Just one. It'll be an easy fix though.
Yes.
It's just one. Something came loose. Oh, it's probably just one of the.
Just the three
RGB.
pin
Yeah,
RGB
those, and that's
connectors.
the thing about 5 volts.
It's because normally, actually, we use electrical tape and we tape them so that they're tied together.
But yeah, they'll come undone.
Yeah.
And those things just don't. I like some of the ones that I really enjoy are the ones that where you got one
It's this
dangling
one
right there.
here.
Yeah.
It's just this connector.
And then we can turn it on just to make sure it works.
Yep. Go ahead.
There we go. And hit power.
Oh.
Oh, you're
There
good.
it
You're
goes.
good. You're good. And we're on lit. There you are.
Yeah. So it was just that one connector. I mean, they can't see the back, so I can actually do the whole.
Yeah. There you
peeling.
could. You could.
So we
You
can do the
could.
whole
You could.
peeling.
Oh,
They
let's put
don't
the
know.
top on.
Oh yeah,
Put
put the
top
top
on.
on. Put the top on.
There we go.
You guys don't know. Shh. Shh.
This is the way it was before. Yeah, it's fine.
You guys don't know anything.
There we go. Okay, now let's have you. We're gonna have 2 peels for you because you're gonna have the one in the front and then
the side peel.
and the side.
So I'll actually do the front one first, the front panel here.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go ahead and walk over to the front.
Oh, walk over to the front.
Yeah.
I'm not in front of the camera.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Even if you are so they'll change the angle based on where you're at.
See.
But yeah, there you go. Look, there you go. And oh, there we go.
See, I'm a professional one. I didn't even have to do it twice.
Okay, and then you're gonna start from this corner and pull across.
Pull across.
Yep. Here we go. Do it slow. Do it slow, people. There it is. Look at that. And you know, right in front of that beautiful GPU cable management, I tell you.
Yeah, it does suck. We don't have that much time.
Ooh, that's a good sound. That's a good peel. And there it is right there, guys. The Lyric build. This is, again, you can win this PC after it's tested and all that sort of stuff. But let's, again, you can take a look at that just beautiful thing there from the front and everything like that. Beautiful. I do love that etching there. It looks really, really good. And that came out nice. Great work, man.
Yes.
Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you for your help.
Okay, guys, well, that is it for today's show. We have all 10 codes up there for you. If they want to get, again, let's recap. Where do they go if they want to get all the Cyberpower information?
So you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at CyberpowerPC. On Facebook, you can find us at Cyberpower Inc. And then on Twitch, Cyberpower Gaming.
And then how about they catch you? How would they catch you? What about you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like Twitch or whatever, you know, like if people want to watch you play.
Oh
or
no,
build.
I just do it for I just do it for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just Twitch. We do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at 1 p.m. PST, going until 5 o'clock. And yeah, you guys can catch me actually next week. That's when I'll be streaming. So
awesome.
Definitely check us out.
And again, don't forget, you have till October 31st to get in on this, and then that's when they're drawing the winner. Thank you so much to Lyric, Intel, Cyberpower, and of course Jeremy for tuning in today. I am Robeytech. This is Intel Mod Monday, and we can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Peace.